Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and hello, players.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Oh, welcome. Oh, we're back. It's been a while. So we'll get rid of items. We'll bring up the dice because I know people like seeing the dice rolls. We're here with a group that are going to be exploring not just the Haga Crypt, but a crypt in the Haga Crypt, which is cool. We'll be following on directly from last session. This is with maybe 1 or 2 hours past. The Terrorgeist has been slain. Bocky and the other dwarfs have been prospecting. Nervously, I would say. Perhaps somewhat reassured that the Slayers killed a Terrorgeist. Now, obviously, but is a good omen. But also somewhat terrified because, you know, there was a Terrorgeist here. And that shouldn't necessarily be here. It's a long way from home. But, players, you have been approached by Sigurd, who is taking Bocky off for a bit of a walk to excavate somewhere, and has asked you to check out wherever the hell this is, hands you the bit of paper that he was following clues for. And effectively, you've run out of clues by now. But you have an eyeball, Rex, a great eagle eyeball. It's probably the size of a bowl, and it's still squidgy and soft. But before you set off, you have some time to recuperate.
Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can heal a wound or two. If that's okay.
You can certainly try. That'll do it.
No, that's me.
I was like, yay, good roll.
So if we've got, have I got time to do this, to do it on an average? Or
Yeah, you've got time to do it on an average. I don't believe anyone else in your party currently has heal. That's...
Nope, I've ripped my own arm off. Let's just pretend that didn't happen.
I have bandages, but that's only for bleeds, I think.
Unfortunately so. But you could offer to put a bandage on it, just in case. You don't have heal,
is that after his 98 roll? I can bandage up his.
I would just leave it.
Face.
We can just pretend that's not how. That's
Scalpite, just pour some booze on it. It'll be fine.
The booze is for my throat.
All right then, fine. I'll just keep drinking.
Just as a reminder to Gotts, your pulled muscle injury does result in half movement for the entirety of the session, so it's a pretty
I'm going
nasty
to try and do some stretches, keep limber.
Roll an athletics roll, an average athletics.
Sure thing.
Just to see if you can Pilates your way out of this. I'll give you a spoiler, you can't, but we'll see what you achieve.
Good roll.
Wow.
Okay, I will say that you can temporarily numb the effect for a little bit, so you've got like 2/3 movement instead of half, but the moment you pick up pace, it's going to twinge like hell, like a snapping rubber band.
Makes Catherine Zeta-Jones look like a piece of cardboard.
I mean, she doesn't.
Anyway. Oh, I fucking hate this place. It's shit. It keeps raining. Fuck this shit.
This place is great. It's got giant beasties.
That goes on my list of that it's shit.
Yeah, I'm with Rex on this. This is too far out of my comfort zone.
Well, each to their own.
Well,
I'm glad you got it.
I found a new game to play. I Spy with my giant eagle eye. Something beginning with T.
A Terrorgeist. Please don't tell me there's another one.
Oh, fucking not. Oh. Anyway. So, we've got to go and have a look at this crypt thing. Who's feeling frisky for this? Because I fucking ain't.
Well, depending on how good you are at reading whilst drunk, Rex, we may not even get there.
I can read. That's about it. Yeah, that'll do. I can read.
Well, you can see through the eye as to where we need to go.
It was tree, by the way, just so put you out of your misery.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
Okay, so. Well, unless anybody's got anything to do or say, Gots, how's your testicle?
Yeah, pretty peachy.
Yeah, awesome.
What the size of a peach?
Oh, God.
Stretched and ready to go.
Alright, let's go find this bollocks book thing and hope we don't get killed.
What are we here for, anyway?
Some book or something, I don't care anymore. Just the...
So go in, pick up a book, and run.
You know, the amount of importance drawn on this book says to me that this book is something that's not really meant to be found.
So search for the... Oh, God, it's going to be like when we were in the bottom of the... in the manor. I was crawling around on my hands and knees looking for bloody notes.
You were crawling on your hands and knees, cleaning the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Fun times. Side note, the book is also said to save Yeomand, who is currently back up home dying.
Everybody's got to die.
Yeah.
Warhammer.
Some sooner than later.
Yeah.
One can only hope.
Yeah. But you might also, Mr. GM, you must remember that handing that to Gilly is probably not a good idea.
She said not to hand it to her, so I'd agree. So,
Anyway.
looking through the IREX, you can see a soft blue glow from a particular pinpoint up the side of a mountain. Way off in the distance, but within a day's travel quite easily.
Okay, boys, how are we feeling about climbing half a mountain?
I'll help out, Gods. He looks like he's going to struggle.
Just
Cheers,
like
buddy.
Paul.
Much appreciated. I'm choosing Ralph as a bit of a stick at the moment. Don't tell him.
What was that?
I'm using Ralph as a bit of a walking stick. He's a good one.
As long as you hit somebody with it pretty well.
Right now, it's for ground.
Well, at least something works. Anyway, yeah, it's over there yonder, about there-ish. I point it out. So, if nobody's got anything,
Not from me. Ready to roll.
Let's crack on.
all right, gents. Fucking, let's go get ourselves killed.
Okay,
What's new?
and the group head off. And wave goodbye to Ainan Jeffcrook, the named dwarf who survived the attack from a Terrorgeist, who will likely be back, but he'll be in your town somewhere. Now, what I'm going to need, given that, yes, it's still raining, is one average endurance check from each of you, but challenging from Gots. Sorry, Gots.
Sorry, someone's at the door, right?
That will do. So you have to wade through pretty thick mud for the majority of the journey, at the start at least. It is perhaps 9 inches high, meaning you have to constantly hoist your legs. Skull plate, you have to hoist somewhat further, seeing as yours are short and hairy. And it's fatiguing, but no one seems to mind, and you're able to soldier on. At least at the base of the mountain, which is more rocky, fortunately for you. Actually easier to manoeuvre through compared to the dirt and grime. But it is, I'd say, a 30-degree mountain face in front of you. Skullplate perhaps less intimidating for you, but it is up to you as a group whether you want to recuperate, whether you want to push forwards. You may be risking a fatigue condition if you try and climb this in one go. You may be risking being attacked if you don't.
I think we'll let the Umgear rest.
Yeah, with how you just skipped over all of those mud, Skull Plate. God. That was something to behold. I miss my horse, but maybe sit and heal up. Try another heal. We'll get some stretching out for Gots again, and I can have a bloody rest.
And I can have a drink. Sounds great.
So technically, a heal can be attempted once per day, but I will allow you, Skullplate, a second attempt. Because effectively the first one was simply a fail. And I think given the circumstances...
So it's a standard heal, not the rest and recuperate thing, because we're not doing it.
You would need to get a night's sleep.
Yeah, okay.
For that too.
So,
now, you could do that here. You have free reign to camp up. You have some supplies with you. It is possible.
I think my vote's for sleeping through this, trying to get some stamina back, and we can take shifts.
Yep. So if anyone else has anyone else taken any wounds, or is everybody at full health?
Hunky-dory, mate.
From last
No
session?
wounds, just an embarrassing strain.
Okay. Well, if that's okay with everyone else, I'd like to try and rest and recover some wounds.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
This done as an average or a challenging, because we're out and about?
This will be... That is a good question. Let's put that down to a couple of perception checks. Let's... who's taking first shift?
I'll take it. I've got 4 wounds.
Oh, alright, go for it. I'll take second.
Challenge or average?
Challenging.
Challenging.
All seems clear on the first shift. Gots?
Yep, challenging or average.
Challenging. Likewise, all seems clear. Skullplate, you'll get enough off of that to do a average. Now that'll be toughness bonus plus SL. 9 wounds, which...
I'm at 24 out of 25, so I'm only 1 wound down. Thank you, gentlemen.
There you go. Okay. So I will say that the night is particularly long. It's never quite clear at the moment when the sun actually rises, or whether it's moonlight. But a sufficient amount of time passes that you all feel somewhat rested. Skullplate the most, the others taking shifts while you attempt to recuperate. But things seem slightly... Well, it seems like your fingers healed up a little bit. Reinhard, Rex, Skullplate, Gods. You have a mountain in front of you to climb. It perhaps would take an hour. It's a third of the way up, and it's not a particularly imposing mountain. But a bit of climbing needs to be done.
Okay.
Now, the question is, does the system have a climb skill? It does. Average climb for each person, please, as you can take your time.
So bad.
Any -6s, and we'll be looking at some fatigues, but... Or you could all roll really well. 0 fatigue conditions for the group. So you climb your way up.
I can't believe he climbed that with a twisted bollock.
True. Even if it was challenging, which I should have said, it would have been a -10, but it doesn't matter because everyone's
passed.
rolling really well, which is
Just
good.
taking our time climbing up there, I think. That's all we've been doing.
Absolutely. And you arrive up on the mountain, faced with a door. It actually looks quite similar to the door that's down in the mines. Very similar, Rex. This one is already open, though.
Any symbols or anything?
Yes.
Can I take a check?
Yes, you can. Do you have any laws that may...
No, the only thing I'd be able to compare it to is what I...
Is it like something you've seen?
Yeah, is this something I've seen?
Okay, let's have a average perception for you, please. It's different.
Bad.
But
Different.
to what and who...
Take a drawing.
There's a coat of arms up there, but Just not a familiar one. There's a shield. There might be a symbol that looks vaguely familiar as like a moor-ish shrine symbol thing, maybe? Unclear.
Can I jot it down?
You can try and do a drawing of it, yeah.
Try and draw it.
Do you have art?
I do.
How long do you want to take to draw a picture of it?
Not very long.
Challenging, please.
It's the best picture in the world.
Hydras, Gregor.
Okay. Right. Well, you quickly take down a artist's impression of it. It looks familiar, like the one you've seen before. A staircase going downwards.
Alright, boys. So, this is not good, because the last thing that we had to deal with this bloody thing, it had already got out. This is open. I don't like our chances, but whatever's glowing is coming from here. So
I'm going to have a look around.
Have you tried looking at it through the eye?
not yet.
Is there anything around? As soon as Rex said something's broken out, I'm having a look around.
The coast seems to be clear, Reinhard. No movement around you. None whatsoever.
All clear, guys.
And with the eye, Rex, the glow is sort of emanating out from this
The door.
tunnel. Yeah.
Okay, so it's glowing blue. That is all I can tell you.
Right.
Can't see fuck all else. So the only
It's
thing we're going to be
in
able to do is go in there.
Let's do it.
Okay.
What kind of light are we talking about here?
Roughly
Effectively fuck all, or?
this sort of light.
Oh, so there are torches already lit.
Well, no and yes. No in that as you walk down, you see a torch by your side. As you walk close to it, Rex, woof, it lights.
Oh, okay, so it's like effectively reactive lighting.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting.
Some form of motion sensor, perhaps. Nothing weird about that at all.
Oh, didn't know Ring were back in the Warhammer Warhammer Fantasy universe, but alrighty then. Okay, boys, that's a bit weird. Never had
seen
a
that
torch
before.
lit on its own. Any of you guys?
Nope. Definitely not from me.
Foul
Just a
magic.
little spooky.
Wonderful. Okay. Right, I will have a look out as far as I can see.
Okay.
Are there any rocks by us?
Um,
Like any loose stones or anything? A skull, anything I can throw
sure.
just down
yeah.
the corridor?
Yeah, it's a few loose bits of brick.
Pick one up and sort of toss it through the area.
Looking for traps, are you?
Another torch
Maybe.
comes on further down, illuminating the corridor even further. But nothing else.
I want to see in my dwarven eyes whether or not I can see if there's any sort of traps or anything.
Average perception with your night vision and other bits and bobs. All seems clear.
Is there anything on the walls, marking wise? Or is it just still the same sort of coat of arms?
Rolling off of your last perception, none whatsoever.
So it's just a flat wall.
It's just
Um,
wall.
Let's
And
just
then
push on.
and then I guess through the eagle eye, do I see anything down the corridor? Anything on the
no.
walls? Nothing.
Nothing
special.
now. No, now you're inside. The glow seems to have stopped.
Can we hear
I would say
anything?
it's very faint, so you do kind of see a little bit of a general bluish tint to where you are. Makes it slightly easier to see, perhaps, but hearing-wise, going off of your perception, not at all. Just a very soft wind that is travelling through here. A very gentle breeze that's letting out a howl. Very soft howl.
So I'm just going to start walking forwards, keeping an eye out for traps as I go.
Okay.
Yep. Right behind skull plate.
Skullplate. Would you do me the honours of rolling a d10, please?
D10.
Okay. So you head down the corridor and you arrive at a particularly large and impressive portcullis. It currently blocks the way forward.
Okay.
And there is a single light dangling from the ceiling.
At this point, I'm going to pull out a piece of paper and start drawing a line map of where we've been.
Okay.
Smart.
So we've just marched straight forwards. But I'm going to
Straight
start drawing
line
that.
so far.
I'm gonna go up to the door, try and lift it up.
Roll me a strength test. Just roll challenging.
I'll tell you what, I'll join in as well. Give you a hand with that.
Okay, roll an average strength test with Gots helping you out.
Do you want me to do a roll to help out, or
We'll just count it as plus change of modifier. So with Gots' assist, Reinhard, you both give it a good heave and you're unable to move it. Curiously, there is a skeleton that is trapped underneath it that looks like it was clawing its way out when the portcullis dropped.
Okay. Right,
Okay.
note to self, these shut fast.
could we even budget?
Not at all.
Wonderful.
And they cannot be moved.
Super.
Okay, so what are we looking at around us? Anything? No, nowhere to go, basically.
Any
A
kind of levers or-
square room of varying sort of brick and block work, fairly plain in appearance.
It's a nice adventure, boys. Shall we go home?
So
the
is there any
torch-
kind of obvious levers or any?
Yeah.
Nothing obvious. Nothing
But-
obvious.
The torch hanging from the ceiling, I'm assuming it's hanging by a chain. Does the chain
Yes.
look like it's attached to a loop, or does it look like it's going? The chain actually goes into the ceiling.
Goes directly into brickwork. You are unable to see where it ends up.
What's on the right of us at the moment?
A wall.
What's on the left of us?
Another wall.
What's below us?
A floor.
Oh goodness.
All right. Have a quick look through the eagle eye. Is there anything like standing out?
Yeah. It's glowing the other side of the portcullis ever so softly.
Okay.
Use the eye to look up at the. I swear that torch we're going to have to like pull on it or something.
Look up.
Okay. There
Where's the eye?
is a very soft glow coming from the hole that the chain goes into.
Okay. So I guess we pull on that then.
How high is it?
Good. Whip it good.
It's two. Oh, you want to whip
Who's
it?
going on whose shoulders?
Good. I'm gonna whip it.
You're going to whip it.
Sounds
Okay. Okay.
Good.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Well, we
I've gotta
finally
see-
have a use
I've
for
gotta
a whip.
I've got to see this.
Yeah,
Oh, well, in game.
I've got other ideas too.
I bet you do. Is that for the whip or for the chain?
Yeah, they
Both.
He wants them both.
Whips and chains.
Whips and chains.
It's a chain, Gots. Even though you can take your time, this is going to be challenging. But of course, you can try
Yeah,
and try and try.
Can you equip me with my whip, please?
What you can
do
do,
it
my
yourself.
friend, is go on your combat tab and tick the whip icon.
Oh, hang on, where's?
So, sorry, go on your trappings tab. I lied to you. So you can untick your blunderbuss and tick your whip.
Oh goodness. Golly, and also.
A cool whip.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
and then
cool,
go
cool,
on your
cool, cool,
combat
cool.
tab,
Cool, yep,
and
yep,
you're
yep,
good
yep,
to
yep,
go.
yep. Superb. Challenging.
Challenging. And if you fumble, your whip might get set on fire. But if you crit, it wraps around tightly.
Too easy. Right, give something goes a hand and let's
help him
give
pull
it a
him.
gang.
Yeah, help him
I'll
pull it
assist.
down.
I'm going to look around for something to happen.
Okay. All three of you pull, by the sounds of it, and almost falling over with surprise, it is very easy to give it a tug, much like pulling on a clicker light switch. It comes down with minimal resistance, and you hear a click as something above starts falling into motion. Skullplate, perhaps more familiar to you, living in underground dwellings before with engineered contraptions for such doors. It begins to open slowly. Congratulations.
We probably need to get through that quick before it comes down.
I was thinking about using my rope and tying it to a loose block or
Oh, what, the torch?
torch. Tie it. I mean, it looks like it's got like a stabby bit at the bottom, so maybe we can jam it into the rocks and then tie it. And basically, I want to try and tie it down so it doesn't move.
Does that look like there's like a wall sconce for the torch where it could possibly sit to keep the door open already on any of the walls or anything?
Nothing you can see. And it's lit, making it a slight problem for tying rope to it.
Hot.
It'll just burn out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
The only thing we could do is smack it into a wall and drive it in.
Drive it into the floor or wall whilst we.
Well, I don't think chains that long.
I'll say you pulled it down about 8 inches, so
Yeah,
it's still outside of reach for one of you. There is possibility for two together to be able to reach it, but
Are there boxes on our right?
no, afraid not. Just
So I don't
Empty.
think.
walls.
I,
Yeah.
I think if that's coming down, it's coming down. I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, we ain't stopping that.
So we head through, but I say head through quickly, possibly one at a time. Keep hold of that with your whip, just in case it needs to be pulled again. I will go into the other room first.
Okay.
So
Yeah, sounds good.
You head through.
as soon as portcullis is open enough, I'm just going to head through.
Who's second through?
I'll go last
second.
as it's the whip.
Okay.
Yeah.
After the
Goes
second, after Reinhard and Skullplate have passed through Gots, you feel a little bit of resistance against your hand again. Not strong, but you feel like it's pulling back a little bit. And you hear a clunk.
Is anyone under the portcullis currently?
Reinhard has just passed through, and it begins to lower. Fairly slowly initially, sort of clunk, clunk, clunk,
Right.
clunk.
In that case, let's leg it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roger, Roger. I would say it was a gentle tug on your hand, so it doesn't like lift you in the air or anything. But you run underneath.
Still leg it.
Leg it underneath. Okay. Reinhard, can you roll me a d10, please?
Oh God.
10 might be really good.
Yeah, I've no idea.
No one knows.
Never good.
Only I do. And I might be making it up. Okay. Nice. You keep heading straight ahead. And... Dun, dun, dun. Right, I'm just preloading it.
So, Gots, you felt a tug at the end of that.
I didn't tell you, but yes, I did. I'll tell you now. Yeah, so I'll just kind of.
Well, you just told us to leg it, so I was like, well, what's going on?
Yeah. So yeah, once going through the door nice and safe, I was just going to let people know that after a little kind of while, it kind of felt like it had resisted and also kind of went to come down and My theory, I suppose, is that the longer we leave it, the quicker the door will go down. To the point that we're skeletons exploring for life.
Can we have a look behind us and see how quickly or slowly the door is closing?
It's a bit of a way down the corridor. You'd have to go back and look.
Oh, alright, forget it then.
It'd take about 20 seconds.
We'd have heard it, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we hear it go?
Yeah,
Click,
you
click,
heard
click,
it go
click.
down. It sped up a little bit toward the end.
Yeah, okay.
So, in front of you now is a chamber. One filled to the brim with bones. And this is the first room where there is a gutter around the edge. About 1 foot wide, that is filled to the brim with bones. Skeletons and what looks for the most part to be human remains. A couple of coffins line the edges of the room, most of which are open, lids off.
Okay, so I think it's safe to assume that whatever was in those coffins is now running around.
Any of the coffins still got their lid on?
One. One does indeed.
I'm going to point my crossbow at it in preparation. Sort of hint to the others.
Yeah, well, I'm going to stand in front of
Quietly.
it with my axe ready.
I will look through
Yeah,
the
the two.
eagle eye at it, see if there's anything coming off of it.
Nothing unusual.
So the least useful thing that could be done. Got it.
Absolutely.
As you approach this, you do hear the breaking of brittle bones underneath your feet. And at that point, I would remind you that the floor is stained. It's not wet, but there is a clear and obvious mark where the blood once was and has since dried up. There's also a thick layer of dust that's also in the air.
So nothing's moved around here for a long time.
No. I want to get this coffin open and just make sure there's no nasty that's going to jump out on us when we least expect it. So if Gots and or Rex can sort of like see if they can rip the door off, get out of the way straight away, and then like if anything comes out, I'll handle it.
Okay, I will go and execute the breach, bang, and clear.
Basically.
Okay.
I assume it's that one on the left by the torch.
That'll do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you head over to the coffin. You yank the lid off quickly, skull plate waiting there with axe in hand, ready to strike down. There's no movement at all. The lid comes off relatively easily. Perhaps an old rusted nail was holding it down. The wood's quite light, though. No movement. Looking inside skull plates, there is a corpse. An individual holding a sword to his chest. Lightly armoured, but armoured. Thick cobwebs all over. And long since decayed. No sign of flesh whatsoever.
Okay. So I'll poke it with my axe to see like just if it crumbles or anything. Just a gentle poke, not a strike or anything.
Okay, you give it a good tap. It's a little bit brittle. This is old.
No, that's done with. Right. These torches, how high are they? The ones hanging from the chains?
Same again.
This one's going to be a climb on top of each other job, or you got you're going to you want to fancy another whip?
Can we have a look around the room? Because there's these troughs that go around the edge.
There
That's
is.
now currently filled with bones, but trough tells me liquid, possibly, to trigger something, maybe? So we can have a look through.
There's
Maybe-
also
maybe-
two exits as you look around. The other side, so one in the northeast corner of the room, and the other in the southwest. Both shielded somewhat by pillars, but once you walk around, you're able to see them. Two corridors, very similar to the one that you had arrived from.
maybe pick
My
one.
guess would be torches. Open those.
Can I see anything up top on the second layer?
It is a high ceiling, and roll a average perception. You can take your time. Just as you stare at the floor above you, unclear as to whether it's a separate floor or not.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be up there, and there doesn't look like there's any, let's say, habitable space. There's no sign of railings, etc.
Yeah.
It
So
may
nothing
be
we could get up there either.
No, and no signs of doors in the upper corners as well.
Right.
So, what did you say? It was a case of, what was it, left or right? Basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's pick a direction, boys. We look down the corridors from the room. Is there anything further torches further down, any of them, or any signs of anything down either corridor?
Both are identical.
Use the eye. See which way we go.
That is true.
I whipped out earlier, but nothing was sure.
I
think
soft
you looked at it.
glow all around.
Great.
That's not necessarily more evident in any direction. It's equal in the direction you came from and the other two.
Well, there's it's fucking blue, guys. There's no strength to it. It's just blue. So we pick a direction and we have to walk it.
Left or right?
Well, I'm right-handed, so right.
Yep.
Yep.
That'll do then. So we'll head right then.
Okay. Rex, can you roll me a d10, please?
Oh, snap.
Nice.
Okay.
You end up in exactly the same room.
You do. You walk down the corridor, and you arrive in the same room.
Is it exactly the same room?
Even the coffin in the corner has its lid removed and left on the floor in the same position that Rex placed it.
Right. Voodoo shit. Great. Looking forward to this already.
Left, boys?
Do we go back and then left in case?
I guess we should go back then left, but then we're in the same place. This is why I hate voodoo shit.
Yeah, but are we in the same place? And where did we come from? When we came into this room, did we come from the same? So it feels like the same corridor we came from the portcullis.
Yeah. It's kind of like a hospital.
Look at your drawings.
Everything looks very uniform.
So if we walk back down the corridor, that should lead to, if it is the same room, it should lead us back to the portcullis. If it doesn't, then it's a different room.
That coffin over there is exactly the same way I left it.
Alright. So going back down the corridor we just walked down should either lead us to the portcullis, or it'll lead us back to the room.
Well, isn't there three corridors?
I'm going to get a dagger and just kind of grave something into the wall, just to kind of mark X or some of that, just so we know it's clearly marked in the wall. This is where we've been.
Roger.
So we'll walk down. Yeah,
You going
we do that
back the way you came?
back the way we just came.
Okay. Someone got roll a d10.
Yes.
Slash roll.
Everybody ready for another 10?
A little bit of that without the dot. Oh, wonderful. I'm sorry, guys.
Indeed. Yes.
You arrive at a portcullis.
Oh, good lord. All right. Well, at least we know that worked, right? So we just turn around and go the other way.
Right in. Go left.
So you're like, sod the portcullis. We're going back in the room we just came from again.
Yeah.
No. Wait, what?
Well, now we know we were in that same room because we ended up back at the portcullis.
Hang on.
we
Wasn't
went-
there 3 directions to go in?
No, there was
Left,
3.
right, and
Yes.
back where we came from.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we tried left, didn't we?
So
We tried right.
We
Let's
went
try that
right,
then.
and we ended up back in that same room. Then we went down the corridor that we seemingly came from, which led us back to the portcullis.
Means it's
Right,
the same
so basically
room.
that room was the same room.
Yeah.
So we go in, Then we go left.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we go back and we go. Yeah, fine. We go back. We go left this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Rex, roll me a d10.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Listen, we all know what's coming, but let's play the game.
Yeah.
let's pretend we're idiots. Oh, wonderful. Something different. Okay. All right.
I fucking hate voodoo shit.
Are you still drawing on your map? Does it make any sense?
No.
I knew the answer. I just wanted to aggravate the piss bastard.
A new room this time. A single chamber with, well, I say a single chamber, a slight opening, a crossroads, in fact. You have 4 directions to pick from all of a sudden.
Wait, what? We can only have 3, surely, because we came from one.
You have 4 directions to pick from.
At this point, does it matter? Obviously, whichever way we go, it's going to choose for us.
Follow the light, I'd say. Go left.
I mean, I'll whip out the eagle eye and have a quick look round, but I imagine everything's going to be blue.
All 4 are equally glowing.
Yeah, everything's blue.
Can we have a look around?
I'm going to mark another X.
Mark another
Can we
X.
have a look around? To see if there's anything that would give us any form of clue.
Make a challenging
any
perception for me,
markings?
please.
That'll do.
You have a thorough look at every single stone in this room. There is nothing. Aside from an X that Gots has carved.
Fantastic.
And a few bones.
Right, well, right didn't work out so good before, so left?
Left.
Sure, left.
Towards the fire.
Who's not rolled a d10 yet?
Everyone has.
Reinhard, roll another d10 for me, please.
Oh my god.
Right.
I like these 10s.
Yeah. Well, you know where you're going. And you arrive back at the room filled with bone upon bone upon bone, and a coffin, and an X that has been marked by Gots. I can find the damn one.
We've been here before, boys. Great.
Pick a direction.
What happens if because that's I assume at the top there, that's that second level that you tried to have a look at.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if we push somebody up there?
Is it even reachable by 2 people? Because you start getting 3 people involved, it gets a bit dodge.
Just about. 2 humans, yes.
So I'll stand at the bottom with my back to the pillar and offer up my hands to sort of throw somebody up there.
Okay.
Probably Rex, because let's be honest, Gots has hurt his nuts.
Yes. Yeah.
What a great time to have a testicle problem.
Which way do you want to go? This way?
Yeah, we'll go this one. Go on,
right. An easy climb for you, Rex, after a leg up.
Easy climb.
Yeah. And this is with Reinhardt's assistance.
Well, I'm going back
I think
down.
that's
It
just
worked.
about enough. So it's clumsy, but you get up there.
He steps on my face, he steps on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I just sort of push him up.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Use the wall. Oof. My face.
Look, I'm not a climber, all right? I look at things.
In front of you, Rex, is a corridor. It looks a lot like the other ones.
So am I actually up there, or am I just sort of pulled my
You're up.
eyes over the side? I'm
You're
up. Okay.
You are faced with a corridor.
Corridor. Well, there's a corridor. That's about it, really, boys.
Is there any way for any of us to get up there?
Well, I can do the old army of 2 thing and pull someone up.
I think we should
Is
split.
there point in splitting up at this point?
Reinhardt has rope.
that's
I'm just
that's also
reminding you
true.
of what's in your inventory.
I do have rope.
Right,
Okay.
so we put a rope up to him and we can all climb.
Throw the rope up. And then climb up the rope.
Well, do we really want to explore this bit first, or do we want to go back to that crossroad?
Well, going back obviously doesn't work. There's some kind of dirty magic at play. So it doesn't matter which way we go down here. It seems to throw us into a different corridor. So let's try something new. If it does the same up there, it does the same up there. And we know we're just going to have to get lucky with a 1d10.
All right. So I'd find a place to stand and brace with rope.
Is there anything to tie it off?
Guessing no.
Pillar?
There's a pillar to your left and right, so I'll say you'll be able to like fandangle.
Okay.
A reasonable way to assist getting up. It'll be doable.
Okay. I'll stay at the bottom and help Gots with his twisted testicle.
Yeah. Gots
I mean, we can pull him up with the rope as well.
I've tried the rope. It's safe.
We won't reduce it all to rolls, but I will say that you are able to get everyone up after a short space of time.
And then we move down that corridor.
You move down the corridor. Now, dear players, who's going first?
I'm going first.
We will send the dwarf.
Skullplate, can you roll me a d10, please?
One, one. A different thing.
Hey! Okay. You do find something new. You're walking down the corridor, and in front of you is a bridge. Very narrow bridge, and before Reinhard runs across it...
Sorry, I didn't know which side it
it's
was.
fine.
I was moving out of the way.
I'm just going to say, before anyone moves, it is 2 planks of wood side by side that are ancient looking. The wind sort of bellows through this cavern. It looks like there's probably some 50-yard drop directly down.
Ooh, that does not look too tempting.
No. But
I think what I'll do is I'd go up to the plank of wood, kneel down next to it, sort of brace my hands on it, so then I'm safe, and sort of push down on it to see if it could take my weight.
There is a very slight creak as you do so. Do you have an evaluate, Reinhardt?
Do I have an evaluate? No.
I do.
Oh, Reinhardt has evaluate. There it is. It's in your advanced skills.
It's on the right-hand side.
One of you can roll me an average evaluate to check on the quality of this wood.
So I've got an evaluate of 32.
34.
44.
All right.
Over to you, Rex.
Yep.
Magnifying
I'll move out
glass. The magnifying glass comes out. You want to challenge it or?
Average. Is
Average.
Average.
With the assist.
With the power of my magnifying glass, I rolled 100.
Completely safe. Completely safe.
All right. Well,
Absolutely fine, boys.
I'm just going to walk one at a time.
Okay.
One at a time, and then I'll start walking across. Now, I'm not running, I'm not charging. I'm trying to balance my weight properly.
Skull plate.
Test it. Okay,
You move across, and it is creaking underneath. It makes sounds like a rusty old boat. But you make it to the other side.
I'm safe. Screw you guys.
Yeah, I'll head over next.
I'm guessing, hang on, before we go, I'm guessing we retrieved the rope before we fucked off.
Yeah, I got it, yeah.
Oh, good, right. You want to toss the rope over to Skullplate as a lifeline.
Sure. Yeah.
And then Gots hang on to that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Throw rope.
Right, so I'll brace myself, wrap it around my wrist and all the rest of it, and brace myself in case I need to catch him.
Good.
Wonderful. I jump over. Not jump. That'd be ridiculous. I carefully walk over the planks.
Carefully with a twisted nut.
It starts to creak a little bit. There is some... no, it's obvious. There are sounds of splintering through the wood, Gots.
I would not want to be walking over next after me. Whoo-wee.
How far's the gap? Like... This is jumpable, basically.
If you were feeling lucky. Put it this way, it's like, if I had to, I might be able to do that, but I
don't want to.
I'm not entirely sure how far I can jump.
Right.
It's something that a human could attempt, an elf would be fine with, a dwarf would be fucked by, and
and a person with a twisted bollock can do it.
And a twisted bollock would be, not very happy about that.
Alright, well, do you think Got's got a cross, right?
Yeah.
So I'll throw one end of the rope back over towards Reinhardt and Rex.
Okay.
Yeah, Reinhard.
You go next.
I don't know. How are you feeling about if you have to jump there?
I wouldn't like to, but I'll I'll go carefully.
I'm much in the same boat.
And you might need to rescue me. So you go next.
What's your athletics score?
My agility is 40. Athletics is 40.
Off you go, soldier.
Me first. Okay.
I have 45, but I did roll 100 on the last thing, so I'm going to die probably, so it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go over a lot more careful and spread my weight.
Okay.
So hands and knees to try and stop the splintering just on 2 feet.
I'm going to class this as... It's not with your hands, but I feel like dexterity could be used.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure. But I think that dexterity... Let's go with average. Take your time, go slow.
It's like your hand-eye coordination, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very good.
Reinhardt, you put your weight slowly on your right hand when you're halfway across. And you hear a crunch from underneath. A left plank. You just return your weight back onto and start shifting forward. The right hand plank sags ever so slightly now.
Okay.
Hanging by a few splinters. Rex, you have one plank to walk on.
Great.
I throw the rope over and say, tie this around your waist.
Yep. Knot that shit right up.
Do you want a dexterity test to tie a knot just because you never get to roll dex? I'll make it easy.
I will make it a sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, sure. Why not? Will you just try and show off with it? Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tying a knot, so easy.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
100, here it comes. That's fine.
Okay, a very decent secure knot has been tied. You would put your life on this knot. You've done it 100 times. Don't ask me where.
Okay, I suggest the other two help me to hold the rope.
Yep, I'm there bracing. If there's anywhere we can tie it around first, but otherwise we're bracing.
For all the marbles. Dwarf. This one's for all the marbles, boys. I'm gonna shimmy on the one remaining plank. Okay.
How's Rex feeling right now? Do you want to roll a cool test to see how he's feeling?
Yeah, sure, he can roll a cool test. I'm guessing challenging.
Challenging. This is like...
it's pretty fucked,
yeah,
isn't it? He's doing pretty alright.
He's on the edge.
He's okay. He's
okay.
He's ready to... He's okay, but he's ready to bolt at the first sign of cracking.
Yeah, sounds about right. Get over there,
anyway,
Dots.
So shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And on the second step, crunch. The plank gives out from underneath you. The really good job that you put the person carrying the most stuff last.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
As Rex...
Can I take a...
You can take a...
I'm thinking, can I take an athletics test to sort of fall back?
Roll me a difficult initiative test to see if you're able to get a leap off of this before it gives out from under you. So this is very, very difficult. Oh, so close. I will say that still helps. as you're able to at least lunge your weight forward a little bit as the fall starts. The rest of the group already have the rope taut, so you're instantly pulled toward the edge. It's just an oof against the side instead of plummeting 10 yards before. So you are dragged up, the group. No need to roll 3 people holding a piece of rope.
Yeah. Grab his hand, pull him up.
Fuck!
Well, and now I'm assuming there's a corridor on this side, otherwise we've really just fucked up.
No, just a wall. No, there is a corridor.
We just throw the dwarf over. Toss the dwarf.
Okay.
So
Down the corridor, boys.
well, just before we go, is there anything that we can see in the minimal light to give us any form of clue, any markings, any regalia? What's
There's
here
more
that we can
torches,
see?
more corridors.
Right. Okay. Well, corridor. Then. Let's
Disappointed face. I imagine most of the players feel slightly peeved. Just imagine how a dwarf would feel in this situation with magic bollocks.
go. Yep. Hating it.
Worst holiday ever.
So taking the lead again. Let's go.
Skull
Let's
plate.
carry on
Roll me that
corridor.
D10.
Okay, boys. Here we go.
If we end up back in that fucking first room, we ain't coming back up here.
Yeah, I'm not jumping it.
That's the portcullis.
That is, but you get a re-roll now. Roll me one more D10. And we'll take the one you haven't been to.
Great.
Oh,
A dead body room.
left.
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 Gots, roll me a D10, please.
Right. No 2.
And do.
10.
Wow, let's see, shall we?
Give us a 4.
There's lots of
I'll
middle
take a
numbers we haven't
4,
touched.
I'll take a 9, I'll take a 6, a 5.
And then a slash with that there, Gots.
7.
He just shouts it.
Oh my god.
Take a slash.
Oh, slash.
One of those without the dot.
1d10. There we go.
Hey, I called
Hey.
it. What did I say?
If you're ever stuck, boys, you can just press the up arrow on your keyboard and it gives you your last whatever you typed.
Cool.
That is handy. Now, you do find something new. It's
Exactly the same room flipped.
Yeah.
not quite. It is a corridor that continues on, but in this corridor, it is special. There is an exceptional mound of bones. Bone upon bone upon bone, the occasional piece of armour and weapon perhaps mixed in with it.
Okay. Just one problem with this, boys. What's been putting that all in the corner?
Yeah, because that's not a heap of people that have just died on top of each other. That's something moving dead bodies.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's like bodies have been dumped there, say from like above or from the far corner or anything?
It looks like they've kind of been just piled up in the corner.
Like bulldozed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or enthusiastically swept.
Right.
Maybe something big has just pushed it into the corner.
Just gonna take another look around. Get the old eagle eye out, make sure we're still blue.
Still blue.
Still blue.
What's around the room?
There's a corridor, just simply continues ahead.
Does the mound look as if there might be an opening behind it or anything, or does it just look like it would potentially just still be just a wall?
Looks like a wall,
Okay.
from what you can see.
Don't particularly fancy digging through bones, but I mean, I'm assuming it's high enough that it would cover, if there was a doorway there, it's high enough that it would cover it completely, or is it not that high?
Yeah, it could probably cover a chair or a chest or something, but...
Ah, right, so if there was a door there, you'd see it. Right,
definitely.
okay. Any other markings, sigils, signs of any
None at
form
all.
of...
Just bones.
I'll tell you what, if I ever find a person who fucking made this place, I will smash them into the floor. Because it's just starting to piss me off. Fucking voodoo bollocks.
I say we
Carry on, I
the
think.
corridor,
We might
then.
as well just keep on walking round until we finally find something that isn't just nothing.
Till we
Okay.
roll a 5 or whatever the magic number is.
Reinhard, 1d10 for your great idea.
Who's ready for a 10?
Nope,
Oh, we've been there before.
pretty sure we're back at
Yeah.
the bridge.
That's
That
the
the-
crossroad.
Crossroad, indeed. Where do you want to go from there?
Just
Oh, we went left last time, so right.
sure.
Okay.
Oh, there's the magic 5.
There's that magic 5 we were looking for.
There you go. Somewhere new. And this is particularly interesting. There's a large open room. A very large open room. And this one is decorated. Perhaps even in a ceremonial manner. With skulls.
Right, boys. Right, boys. I think we found where we're supposed to be.
Oh,
I don't like the look of that chest.
No. It has chains all
That's
over it.
those bones.
And it's the bone staircase that's really putting me off.
It's a good touch.
I don't think it's a staircase, is it?
Well, like a
It's a
plinth.
daze.
Like a mat.
Yeah.
It's a daze, isn't it? A raised platform in the centre of the room.
That
I don't know. It sort of go. I'm imagining it goes up 3 flights
too.
of bones.
There's
So,
a slight step for each. You
Yeah.
gain a small degree of elevation, say 24 inches, to be precise.
That's all you need.
Fits in with building regs. So,
I want to investigate the chest. Try any
Okay.
form of lock on them, that sort of thing, just to sort of see what's there.
there is no lock. I will say the room as well continues in all 4 directions. The chains, as you approach Skullplate, loosen ever so slightly. A little bit like a snake releasing its grip.
Has anyone?
Wait,
up
is
here-
that?
oh, sorry, go on.
Hey, Skull, is that getting looser as you get closer?
Seems like it.
As much as I'd love to fight a chain snake, I don't think
Well-
we should be opening that.
You mean you don't think that the scary-looking chest covered in chains has the book we're looking for in it?
With
That's a
all
bit
the
obvious.
skulls around it.
It was a bit obvious, you know,
But
for a
what
book
happens
that everybody
when we open
wants.
it? I want to have a look around the room for any sign of life or something that can jump out at us.
Okay. Reinhard, you look around the room. It is otherwise unoccupied. The guttering around the side contains a similar amount of skulls and bones as to some of the other rooms. And all 4 corridors leading from here are pretty similar looking.
Just to answer Rex's comment earlier on, you say it's
Yeah.
looking a bit obvious, but I think you might be overestimating the intelligence of the people that designed the chest in the middle of the room, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Then feel free to open it, mate.
sorry, I don't.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, does somebody else want to open it? And then I stand here with Rune Axe just in case.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Gots.
Sure thing.
As your hand goes towards the chest, the chains loosen. Can you first make me a... well...
Make you a well. That'll take a little while.
Well. I'm going to bring up a thing here.
Here we go.
Get a thing.
Okay. Where is it? Okay. A bad feeling sets in as you put your hand towards it, Gots. Do you wish to continue and push through?
Yep, peer pressure.
Okay. Can you click that button for me, please?
Oh.
What's it go? Cool or endurance?
This will be endurance.
Oh, right, okay. Let me click it again then.
Unfortunately, you don't get a say in this.
Right, challenging, average.
Challenging.
Oh.
I'm going to re-roll that.
I would.
See what corruption you're on before, because it will be giving you it when you re-roll on stuff. So, okay. Ready? I'll keep an eye on your corruption.
Hang on, what?
Just right-click it and re-roll. Don't worry. Basically, if you re-roll it and you fail twice, it gives you corruption twice, so I'll just need to amend it afterwards. Don't worry, we got this.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll stick with 3, which is what you got for the first and second fail. So basically, you just got 6 corruption, but it was only 3. That's fine.
So, Colin, you only have 1 fortune point? Or did you re-roll earlier?
No, I should have a lot more. So
yeah, you've still got 2. You still got 2.
Oh, okay, because
I could re-roll again, couldn't I?
thingies.
Right. Oh.
Well, you could use a corruption point to re-roll to prevent you getting
no
3 corruption.
There's no point at this point because the way if you fail again, you get 4 corruption points.
Yeah, but if he passes, then he gets 1.
When I can fail again, then I get 2.
Risk and reward.
How
many corruption?
Are you going to do a corruption re-roll? Now, even if you pass this, you do still gain some. That's the nice thing about...
Oh, yes.
Fucking hell. Fish frog.
Okay, you're now on 4 out of 9. The good news, Gots, is as you're opening this up, a little voice in the side of your head whispers, "What would you like most in the world?" And I'd like you to think to yourself what Gots would hope is inside this chest.
A non-twisted testicle?
I mean,
all of the vampires in the world to just spontaneously die.
You know what? I've been a cart driver for as long as I can remember. I've always wanted my own pony. I want a pony called Tony.
God.
He's going to turn into a pony called Tony.
Yeah, we've got a fucking
I
marshmallow
will
man
ask you to
coming.
re-roll that idea, because if you expect there to be a pony inside here, then you got another thing coming. If it's not believable, it doesn't count.
Oh, how big is the chest again? Sorry, let's be serious.
You could fit maybe a briefcase size.
A particular book that we're looking for, you could fit inside. A particular book that we're looking for.
But I ask you, is what does Gots want? What does Gots want? Not what do you need? What does he want?
I mean, a chest full of gold would be nice. I can buy my own pony called Tony.
Okay. Is that what you think what Gots would want?
I think that's what if everyone's being hand on heart would want.
I think that's reasonable. Sure enough, as you're opening this up, you remember that glowing scene from Pulp Fiction? Opens the chest and there is this glowing, emanating light. Gots, it's full of gold coin.
Amazing.
Stuffed to the brim. Probably 50 gold crown.
Nice. I'm going to skip it all up.
You're going to need a sack.
Oh, I've got a blanket. I'm wrapping a blanket.
What do we see?
Gold coins. Loads of them.
This doesn't feel right.
gold coins are going out of a chest into my backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not touching that. Not touching the coin. Not touching the chest.
No, but it's probably the only place we could have got the book from. Alright, well,
I don't think it's there.
no, because nobody wished it to be there. But let's.
Yeah, but did he
nobody
tell
else
us out
wanted to
loud?
touch it. I did. I said the book.
No.
No, this is all in his head.
You wouldn't have known that.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
it's
did
a whisper in my head from something.
I guess
It was
I was going to say we didn't
completely
know, did we?
appropriate. This is
Yeah.
based on your whim as to, oh, I wonder what's
know.
inside here.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
So we just see a chest full of gold coin.
Oh, you don't. So no one sees me kind of take corruption points. They just see me open a
Yeah,
chest,
Yeah.
and there's a
You get
load.
money.
Yeah.
A load of money in it. Right. There are 4 corridors around you.
Well, Gots, if you survive this, you might be able to buy yourself a pony now.
Tony called Tony. Cannot wait. Yeah. So again, taking ourselves outside of kind of characters, it's very much in a case of this is a chest of gold. We've just got a load of gold.
I know. Yeah.
Best day ever.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
best day ever.
Yeah.
Ah, not bad. At least we got something out of this shithole.
But
Right.
we came here for a book. Should we pick another corridor?
Sure.
Let's try and find another box, another chest. It's got to be here somewhere.
Just give it a go. Does the chest stay open? Does it do anything? Does it close
The
itself?
chains are loose on the ground now, and the chest is open.
So I take all the gold coin out and I close the lid.
You then
Wow,
open
the
it
chain.
again. The chain stays on the ground,
Okay,
loose and
perfect.
limp.
Cool.
Okay.
Right.
Pick a direction.
All right. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 3.
24.
Right, he's not allowed to play. Reinhard, number between 1 and 3.
3.
Left it is.
Okay. Reinhard, can you roll me 1d10 3 times?
Oh, is this the GM's getting too impatient, bollocks?
No.
For us to get to the right place.
666. Oh,
Oh,
so
thank God, that's
hoping.
not under the 6.
So we do have a new one, I think, for the first time. We have a 7.
So
We have another
both
6.
were.
We have another 6, actually.
We haven't had 6 either.
Yeah. Well, there you go. How do you feel, 6 or 7?
Oh, 6.
Lucky
get
number
2 of them.
7 or 6?
He does like his 6s.
6s.
Sure, we rolled 2 of them, so why not?
Okay. And to find out what's there, everyone's going to have to tune back in 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, see you after a 5-minute bio. Ho, ho, ho,
Don't think
ladies and
Colin's
gentlemen.
here.
Well, we're here. We'll explore for a moment while anyone that's AFK comes back. So, we have finally arrived at a new destination, though it has not loaded yet. I am going to just adjust my screen a little bit because it doesn't look right. There we go. Now it looks all pretty again. Life of being a YouTuber. Now, in front of you is a sarcophagus. My young, inexperienced adventurers. This room does not have an exit out of it, bar the way you came in. Simply an entrance, which, as far as you're aware, probably is now the exit.
Okay.
There are candles lit on top of this coffin, and well, sarcophagus technically. Rex, the coat of arms on the sarcophagus are the same as the entrance to the tomb that you had artistically drawn down.
Oh, so the entrance to this tomb.
Yes.
Right.
So, should we have a look around first? Because it looks like there's sorts of shelvings and stuff, so we can see if there's any, like a particular book. You know, maybe somebody was reading it and just put it on a shelf.
Yeah, wishful thinking, Skull, but I think that it's going to be in there. But sure, we can have a look around first.
Well, let's just have a look around. So we're looking for any objects that might be something. Or
Skulls.
switches, levers, or skulls. Oh,
A couple of glass vials, mostly with a dried up substance inside. A few candles that light up as you reach out toward them. And cobwebs, but nothing else.
Yeah, any names on those skulls?
No,
Okay.
no names.
Just thought I'd check.
Good
just thought I'd
question, though. I like the thought process.
okay. So we're gonna have to open that sarcophagus, aren't we? And have a look.
Yep.
I think so.
Oh.
I
Now-
mean, should we knock politely first?
Bearing in mind that what is in there is probably very hostile, knocking politely is probably not on the menu. But I was thinking, what are we going to do to get out of here if it all goes
So-
to shit?
Well, there's still an exit.
Yeah, with a portcullis that's shut.
What, in case we have to run?
Well,
Well,
because if that's what I think it is, it's going to be fucking immense.
I mean, I'm a slayer. I'll hold it back if I can.
We still have to get out.
So what you're saying is we have
I
to
don't have
fight
to
to
get
the
out.
death.
Effectively, we have to kill that thing if we want to survive, because I don't think we're going to figure out the door too quickly.
Well, sounds good to me. Let's go.
Okay.
This is
essentially
this is a
trapped in
shit
here.
idea.
Come on in, boys. Let's go have a look.
Okay.
Who's pushing it open?
Ready.
I'm going to have my axe in one hand and see if I can sort of like.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Ready
I'm
to
happy
strike.
I'm happy to kind of push it open if you can stand ready.
Okay, fine.
That's if Skullplate can tolerate the sound of clinking coins. Right next to him. Sure.
So I'll stand ready, but you be ready to. If something does move, just get out of the way.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
I'm going to check behind us.
Okay, you keep an eye, Rex. You start to slide the stone, and it lets out that scraping grind that only stone can make when heavily slid over another piece of the same material. And unlike the last chest, there is not coin within this. There is a withered body that is clinging to a book on their chest. This person is not a skeleton. They are, however, leathery in appearance. Eyes closed, sockets deeply drawn in, and above the head is a name that is carved in. And how long ago would this be?
What language was it carved in?
I would say, I don't think anyone here has language classical, do they?
No.
No.
But it is similar to Reichspiel. So if you can pass me a challenging intelligence test, you could have a good guess at it. It would be like someone reading Latin. You could, but some of the letters are squiggles and upside down, so you can have a good go. So,
Reinhard can't read.
Intelligence test for me. Not too familiar.
Then she's going to turn back. What you got, boys?
Well, before anything else happens, I'm just going to use my axe and take its head before it moves or anything.
Okay. Strike down cleanly. The head comes off. Do you leave the head inside? Do you pick it out? Chew on it?
I want to flick it out.
Okay.
With the flat of the blade, just take it out of the thing, just in case, because I don't know how these things work.
I like the paranoia. That's good. The book that he is holding appears to be made out of flesh. It is several pieces stitched together with a few words, well, 2 words on the front of it. And this is a familiar pair of words that still exist, although rarely used in this combination. They read Liber Mortis.
Oh, wonderful.
Right, I'll be the brave boy then. I'll grab the blanket from a bag, I'll wrap it around my hand several times, make it look like an oven mitt, and try and grab the book.
Okay.
Is there any jewelry on that bloke or anything? Anything to identify him by?
There is a name.
There's his name.
Who was it?
Goss couldn't read it.
I mean, Rex can have a look.
Go in and
Intelligence test for me, please. Say challenging.
Intelligence.
Well, 2 of you together, average, to see if you can make out the letters.
Average.
It is Van Hale, but written in a particularly decorative manner with a few squiggles instead of letters.
I'll just jot that down in the parchment. It.
Did you get that, Van Halen?
Yeah, I got that.
Right.
Going around, can I see or
Wonderful.
hear anything?
I
Well.
assume that was a necromancer of some description.
That would be a very safe bet. Gots. The book, as you pick it up, vibrates ever so slightly.
Good or bad?
Bad.
It was bad. Right.
Inside the blankets, as you hold on, your hands feel ice cold.
What I'm going to do is just try and flick the book out then, and hopefully get it on the floor, and then just try and wrap it up without touching it.
Okay. I will say, even through the blankets wrapped in your hands, it's still cold to the touch. Ice cold. But
All right.
you're able to tolerate it for long enough to get it into a bag or into your backpack, if that's your aim.
Yep. Okay.
I'd leave it wrapped up in the blankets while it's in
Yeah,
there
indeed,
as well.
Yeah.
Good. Gots. Your hands, as you look of them, are white. White like that of a dead man, although as you're staring at them concerned, the colour gradually is returning to them. The rumble, however, starts to echo through the chamber, and it escalates over the next few seconds even.
Is this now audible to us?
Oh yes, it's like the sounds of a small earthquake.
Oh, fuck.
Time to go.
Reinhard,
We're leaving.
challenge a test for me, please. As this is all happening, a average perception for me, please. This is to see how much detail you get.
Crossbow ready. I'm looking. I'm
In
alert.
front of you, Reinhard, on the floor, just before this started happening, one of the bones starts moving ever so slightly. And then the echoing reverberation hits your eardrums. The bone meets with another bone. The two join together and begin sliding toward another.
I'm gonna kick it.
You kick it.
Yeah. Kick it in half.
Now, I believe the words from Rex were run.
Yeah,
I said run. Let's go.
we said run.
Okay, good news. I've reshuffled my deck. Rex, can you roll me a 1d10, please?
I fucking hate you. Come on, 10.
I'm telling the guys what I saw.
And yeah, Drake, we are leaving.
Okay. Bear with me a second
Be like,
while I settle
bones are
this out.
attaching, guys. So as I'm
Oh,
kicking it,
no. Rex, can you roll me another d10, please?
About that. New room?
That's a thing. Can everyone roll me a challenging athletics as well?
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Ooh. Oof. No thanks.
God.
Yeah, we'll be having another wallop at that. But it's still shit. It's better. Can outrun you guys, that's all that matters.
I'm gonna reroll. That's better.
1, 2. Okay, that brings us up to a total of eek. Okay. You sprint down the corridor as fast as you can, this rumbling getting louder and louder. In front of you are a pile of bones. However, this pile is not just stationary anymore. This pile is animated. In front of you are
Straight into this.
10 animated individuals that are currently clambering and clawing their way up into standing.
Right, we've got a choice. We go back the way we came and see where it brings us out, or we fight this.
Thing is, if you push through, it's just another roll to get somewhere new anyway.
Right, so we try going back the other way and see if it leads us somewhere new, or whether it's going to hold. Now that
Yeah,
it's
probably
done.
hold, knowing our luck.
All right,
Okay.
let's head back to the other corridor.
Okay, you charge again. Can you roll me a skull plate? Can you roll me 1d10, please?
That room is particularly a bad one.
Each of these lock eyes with you and start gradually stepping towards you in unison, but at a very slow pace. Okay, and one more d10 for me, please, skull plate. Okay, top down hallway 6. And can everyone roll me a challenging athletics, please?
Better. Oh my
good
god.
lord.
1, 2. Okay. Right. I'm afraid this takes a moment just to set up, because, as you may have guessed, this is somewhat random. And 7. Okay.
Be like, not that way.
Not that way. You arrive at another room. Back behind you is the sound of footsteps in unison. These creatures are following you. Up ahead are a group of them, barring your way. Behind you can hear the footsteps of the previous marching toward. Make a choice.
Do we try
There's only
going back
one. Is
through
there only one way out through all of that chunk in the top?
You have fight the ones in front of you or go back the way you came and fight those as your two options.
3, 4, 5, 7. There's 8 in this pack, but
There's
2 out of
less
3
in
have
this
armor.
pack.
Yeah, it's less shitty, but we'll have to. I think we're gonna have to carve it.
Right, let's
There's
do
no
it.
way to close the door behind us.
No
Push
door.
through.
Yay.
Alright,
Okay.
let's move.
We are rolling initiative. And naturally your initiative is better than theirs, but we'll see.
I'm sure we'll fuck up.
In fact, all of you rolled better than them. So, let me pop that out for the viewers at home. Gots, you were the first to react. If you can kill one of these in one hit, you get to attack another one. Good luck.
Superb. Yep, okay, I'll go for nearest one. How many feet away would you say he is?
Is this for a blunderbuss or a...
Yep, there it is. I've got Handagun and Blunderbuss.
Okay, remember the blunderbuss hits in a conal direction, so you can actually hit multiple at once.
In that
You
case,
go
I'll
for that-
for a group of 4, yeah, the back and
Yeah.
try and go
That
for,
will hit all 4 of them if you hit. Now, I will say he's about 8 yards away.
Boom.
Yep, okay, let's see what I can do.
Perfect. Now, I will say they do all cause fear, so you will need that if you're moving toward them. But you're standing there shooting them, you're okay for
Yep.
now.
And again, so that'd be average modifier, yep, or...
That will be challenging, but with whatever it is for the range. So,
average, yeah. I think.
average
What is it?
overall then. Sounds about right. If I bring up your range, 20 yards. Yep, average test for me, please. 14 damage. Okay, that is pretty damn reasonable. Now, 14 damage is going to apply to 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And the question is, how many of that is... Ooh, that's going to be tasty. Okay. You let loose with, well, quite literally lead. And all 4 of them are shredded. Arms, bones, ribs, torn to pieces. Each of them still standing, but bones crumbling in on themselves. All 4 of these look effectively, for the sake of a HP bar, they're 2/3 dead. So, well done, Gots. You can have yourself an advantage. We're going to move on to Rex.
Yeah. So I will take a cool test because I have to charge.
Yes, please. Just always click on the fear button if needed. That's a reroll, I guess.
That's a reroll. That's not happening.
That's better.
That's better.
You
Yeah,
are
take that.
ready.
So
go.
I'm going to take on the one on the left because we
Okay.
need to open a gap.
Yep. So make sure to target him.
Yeah, targeting
He
him,
is
not me.
targeted.
Combat hand
He is still
weapon.
full health.
Charging. I'm just going to single strike.
You can single strike. Charging bonus. And this is his defense. Okay.
Fuck.
He has a shield and a reasonably decent roll. He manages to parry against you, gaining him one advantage.
I lost one.
Right. Now, skull plate.
I'm going to charge this guy here.
Okay. Make sure to target and swing away, little dwarf.
The plus for the charge and roll.
A decent roll. Not a very good roll. And a very decent... You do not have a permission to apply damage, but that's because I'm playing as the camera. If only I didn't have multiple windows. Oh. A decent hit into the centre of mass. Its shield helps to deflect some of the blows. Skull plate, it is tattered and damaged, but it is still in one piece. Just about.
Fantastic.
Just about. It's like running into a brick wall. Reinhard.
Can I ask, what is behind these two on the right?
A wall.
Okay, so it's not a pit.
No.
Okay. I was just thinking, if it was a pit, I'd literally run into the shield of the first one, see if I can knock them both off.
Yep.
But it's not, so target that one. Get my crossbow.
Okay. In terms of range for you, that's going to be average. Just.
Okay.
Fire away. Decent. That is with 20 damage.
Can I impale through one into the other with this angle?
You wish.
Yeah, not with their toughness and shield. For a small, weak enemy, yes. But if I do a little bit of maths, that is exactly what you need to damage the bugger. Are you sure you rolled that test right? Your verse is 123.
I clicked average.
Should be challenging.
And the
couldn't it?
yards.
It would have been average given range.
Yeah.
Let me just edit. What's your
I think
normal
it had
crossbow skill?
I think it had a modifier on it and a big modifier. And I
Yeah,
don't know
what's
why.
your normal range crossbow?
My normal range crossbow is 63.
That's 83 that would be against. So
Yeah,
60.
about that, yeah.
Okay. Not quite taken out, but a crossbow bolt directly through its shoulder, pinning it back to the wall somewhat, but it lurches forward toward.
I'm going to stash my crossbow at the same time. I'm going to put it sling, so I've got nothing in my hands.
Okay. And this is going to start to get a little bit painful, I suspect. Injured skeleton number 1 from the shrapnel is going to move towards you, Rex. It does not charge, it simply walks toward you.
Right.
And it is going to give you a swing, and it does outnumber you. And I forgot to target you, but that is a... It's really close.
Wait, I should be defensive as well. That should be...
Yeah, it's because I didn't target you. So what we'll do...
Ah.
Son of a bitch. I'm going to roll again and edit my roll to say 69. Uh, 69. And that would have been out of 70. So it's barely a +1. Could you roll me a dice again, please?
That would be sword breaker.
And we'll edit it to say 41 out of 50, but I think, yeah, you actually successfully defend against that, so well done. And
yay, advantage.
Yeah, you got some advantage. Right.
Yay.
Now we move on to the next skeleton. Next skeleton is actually stuck behind 2, so I'm not going to allow it to move forward. It's going to do a defensive stance. Next skeleton can move forward, is going to try and hit you, Skullplate. So remember to target, Hydra. Remember to target, or this doesn't work. Stupid fucking game. Plus 20, which I didn't add because of the outnumber. And a plus 20 for you, Skullplate, as you defend in return against.
Oh.
That is 13 damage to the body. Will you stomach it or will you re-roll? Got a plus 5 to beat.
Oh my god.
The corruption point re-roll? How do you feel about that right now?
Not very good. Because I'm 9 out of... Well, I'm going to have to take damage.
Yeah, but it's going to cut your health in half with one swing.
Corruption point re-roll?
Minus the toughness, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but that's still like...
It's 13 damage currently. It's up to you.
Okay. Alright, well...
There we go.
That will do. Reaching max corruption does not kill you. Although it can. This one is going to do a defensive action as well, because it can't currently reach. This one is going to attack Skullplate, who is on 3 advantage now. Fortunately, it outnumbers you, so it at least has a slight chance. And...
sorry, which one's attacking me? Because you haven't moved it in.
It's already stood next to you. Is this fun?
Oh, it was the one I was already fighting. Okay.
Yep. And you got a plus 5 to beat again, but you have plus 3 advantage now. That is a victory again. Reinhard. A skeleton walks slowly up to you. Yes.
I dodge.
And a challenging stab from a spear that is being held in one hand. Now it says Reinhard wins, but you haven't rolled yet, have you?
No, I want to dodge.
You're going to have to beat -1 SL.
Shouldn't be too hard for you.
Challenging. Normal, yeah.
Always challenging in melee. That is enough. You gain 1 more advantage. Other skeleton against you, Rex, the one that you had charged, is going to take a swing, and then we've got 1 more skeleton before you can try and clear your way out of this mess. That's probably a no. You have your plus 1.
That is a definite no.
Yeah, that'll do. And you're on 2 advantage, and he is on none. We have 1 more to go. Now, skeletons don't believe in fighting fair, so they're going to...
Oh.
That's 3v1, and that is going to be a plus 40 to its roll. Not terrible. Am I still targeting lots of people? Oh, a nice tasty crit in response. And you did technically beat it, and you inflicted a bad cut on it. It is dead, so it doesn't technically bleed. It is immune to bleed, don't worry. It's a skeleton. But it does have to roll an endurance test, which the target... Oh,
344 fail.
right, let's try that again. Which it definitely passes. It's still upright, but it is hurt, and you maintain your advantage. End of the round. Skullplate, you lose 1 advantage, and Rex as well, because you're outnumbered. I know, life sucks. Gots, you fired your blunderbuss. You're up, my friend. What's the plan?
Yep, okay. So is there a clear target? I've got my my handgun. I can, let's say it's preloaded already. I can drop a blunderbuss and potentially shoot. I just want to make sure that there's a line of sight with a skeleton in the middle. And no one's going to get injured. Is that fair?
You can shoot the one that I'm wiggling left and right.
Yeah, I'll go for him. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, just click that thing for me. Wunderbar. And for a handgun, I think you're going to... Have you swapped your weapon? You have, you beautiful man. It's going to be average again.
Okay. Again, with advantage as well? Or...
with advantage, so that will be 30 in total.
Superb.
Or it'll be an average test and the modifier of plus 10. It's all the same thing.
Skeleton.
And that is...
a reloading action.
Yeah, it's a reloading action, but it's dead from that. Do not worry. Bang! There was your sound effect. 1 dead skeleton, 1 extra advantage for you. 2 empty black powder weapons, however. I will say for now, everyone still has their movement, so at the end of the turn, if everyone decides to move, we can do it that way. So we can... let's see if you live that long. Gots, to your left is a heavy sound of feet, well, bone in this case, marching on the floor as the other regiment are getting very close. Rex, you're up.
I'm going to twat this guy I've targeted.
Yep.
This should be the one with bugger all health.
He is already hurt.
Yeah, so I roll. That is a crit.
That is very tasty. And this individual is going to go wee and probably...
And splat.
11. Yeah, it will be enough to kill him. God knows why the opposed test didn't work, but you are on 2. And did you roll with 2 weapons or just the 1?
I rolled with the 1.
Just the 1. Okay, well that was definitely enough, especially with the crit to finish him. You're on to advantage. You're no longer outnumbered. It's a 1-on-1. Skull plates. You have 3 to choose from. The one on your right slightly hurt, and all 3 of them, in fact, have been wounded in some way.
So I'm taking a go on my left.
1 on the left.
I lost 1 advantage, didn't I? So I'm back on 2. So there we go.
Okay. And 1 roll with one of these.
Sure.
That will be damage to the leg, and that will be 1 dead skeleton. No death blow because it had already attacked you, but another advantage for you, Skullplate.
Radio.
Reinhard, you're up. You're currently being attacked by a nearly dead skeleton.
So I dodged the first one. With my 2 free hands, I've picked up my buckler in my left, which was down to my left-hand side.
Yep.
Pulled my sword, my light weapon hand, and I'm going to attack this in front of me.
Marvellous. Swing away.
Oh, they have targeted.
That'll be challenging, but of course you get your 2 advantage. And that is a very tasty roll. That is a very tasty roll.
I pull it out of my sheath and just cut it right across. As it lunged for me.
Why are our opposed tests not working? Opposed tests are a dick.
It already said Reinhard had won before it even...
Yeah. Well, in either case, that will be enough to kill it. Even with its copious amount of armour, that will be a total of 17 damage applied. Now, skeletons are to attack. We have one up here that has a clear run. Sorry, Rex. On the plus side, it's not charging. It's walking up to you. It's going for an average roll. And it is going to attempt to skewer you with a spear, which it fails to do so.
Oh, awesome. But then I could also fail to block. So, you know, swings and roundabouts.
Yes. Well, let's see how you do.
Ooh, shit.
Oh, no, you actually still won that. Gain an extra advantage.
Yay.
Okay.
Apparently you have all players targeted, so that might be a thing.
Yeah, I think that's why.
I think you have to take them off, don't you?
I have, which is kind of the weird thing. Like, I'll target and untarget all of you, but it might be because I'm not selecting the right token when I attack. But we'll cover that in a moment. Skullplate, you are getting attacked.
Which one?
The one directly above you.
Thank you.
And it is going to try and make a dwarf kebab.
Oh.
That is a good one.
Did I have an advantage but lost it because I'm outnumbered, or
you had 3, now you're down to 2 because of the outnumbering. Yes.
Radio.
At the end of the round, you lose 1 advantage when outnumbered. Skeleton actually wins, but only deals 8 damage and does a crit. So, what's the plan here?
Oy vey. What have I got?
Let's see what the critical is as well. Oh dear.
Yeah. What's the way to what is it you use?
So resilience will ignore the crit. Do you have your tattoo left on your body, or did you burn that?
I have my tattoo on my left arm.
Okay.
I never got to use it.
Okay, unfortunately this is a crit on your body, so you either gain 4 bleeding conditions or use a resilience to ignore that.
I'll use the resilience.
Okay.
Just remove it.
The resilience means you don't suffer arterial damage, but you do still take the 8 damage
Yes.
from that, which is not a lot, and an extra 3 there, so you're down to 20. It does, however, strip your advantage. Now, we go back to the skeletons. Rex. One more is going to fumble and flail and attempt to stab you.
Cool.
Unsuccessfully, I would say.
+5 SL, get lost.
Okay, nice. Last one is going to have a stab at Skullplate. Dun dun dun. Okay, +1 to beat. No advantage now. +3. You've gained 1 advantage back, which may have just saved your bacon, players. You can ditch all your advantage and leave this room, effectively disengaging from combat. Reinhard and Gotts, you would have to use it to effectively run past these two in the corridor, but I will allow you as a group, if you wish to ditch all advantage, to press forwards.
Do it.
Because
we need to get out of
to
here.
your left are 12 more of these.
Yeah, we need to press on, so let's ditch the advantage and run.
Yep.
Ditch advantage, run. Can everyone roll me an athletics test, please, without your advantage?
Blunderbuss.
Sure. I think I might have left mine on accidentally there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I left mine on, so -30 off my score.
Okay, well, I think you'll be okay.
I'm not so sure I will.
Okay, Soulplate's slagging behind a little bit. I'm going to ask for Skullplate, therefore, to roll me 1d10 for your location first.
Oh, hang on. Bloody thing. 1d10.
Okay.
God.
That's for your location, and 1 more d10. Very nice. Okay. Now we have...
Can I reload whilst I'm running?
I would say, given that you guys are sprinting, no. If you do a gentle jog, you can reload. However, we will roll another d10.
All right.
I don't know if it's worth risking it or not.
At the moment, I'm assuming you're sprinting.
We're sprinting, yeah.
Yeah, I would say let's wait and see how bad the next room is. Maybe you could just sit in the back and reload for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
While me and Skull do all the work.
Marvellous. Doink. Well,
Fuck.
there's good news. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 4.
We went left here before and we turned up in the main room.
You did.
Who the fuck's that? That was fuck.
If only things made sense in this crazy, crazy world. In front of you are yet more of the dead. You're running from right to left currently. And, well, we're just going to go ahead and roll initiative as you enter the room and they're all moving towards you. I'm sorry, guys. This is just a horrible place to be. Begin combat, please. And first we
I'm
need
guessing
to...
we don't have to take the fear test, though.
no, you are
I
immune
never
to fear.
actually charged one. So I haven't actually done a fear test. I don't think Gotts has either.
Well, if you
Because
haven't rolled a
I
fear
never
test
charged.
yet for the 2 ranged characters, you will have to.
Yeah, okay.
As and when you decide to. At the moment, you're running away while shooting, so it's sort of somewhere in the middle. Right. There we go. It actually worked this time. Skullplate. There's a skeleton right in front of you. And it's going to move towards you. And it's it's going to try and stick you with a rusty old blade. A very tasty hit. You can
Thank you very much.
you can have yourself one advantage. You get it right in the eye socket, and I will give it 2 blind conditions just for you whiplashing its head. Now for the painful bit. Skull plate.
Fuck it. It's a tomb guard.
This creature is wielding what looks to be a halberd. And it swings. Yeah, it is a sword.
And
But
it
this
gets
one's-
critted.
Oh, good lord. Okay, fine. Tis but a scratch.
Oh.
Okay, 1 wound. Okay. Well,
Advantage.
good job. Yeah. As per usual, you gain advantage when successfully defending. Rex, you're up. And, yes.
I'm going to charge one directly in front of me because that's just going to pile into skullplay otherwise.
Yep. Charge away.
I will charge. Hand weapon. Charge. Da-da-da-da-da. Charge. Ooh.
Very tasty. Okay,
Boom.
you win 11 damage, a decent chunk out of it. The shield still goes some way to protect itself, but it takes a decent chunk. 1 or 2 of the ribs snap as your blade travels through them. Skull plate, and of course, you'll be on 2 advantage now. Skull plates, you're up. 2 advantage. Tomb Guardian.
Tomb Guardian.
Swing away. And... Okay, let's go for one of these. That is good. That is good. That is a decent amount of damage. You swing and cleave into its right arm. The chainmail goes some way to protecting it, as well as the bone being somewhat tougher on this old beast. It's still standing, but you've gained yourself 3 advantage.
Crit.
Thank you for the reminder. Gaping arm wound and another 3 wounds. 7, 6, 5, 4. It's still standing, just not great. Yeah, it's immune to that, I'm afraid. Reinhard, do you feel like your friends have this under control?
No, I'm going to roll a cool test and try and charge.
Okay, hand weapon still drawn, I assume, therefore.
Yeah.
Very close. Would you like to re-roll that?
I would.
You just about decide that. Yeah, go on. Let's get stuck in here. You're even now. There's no outnumbering, but target and swing away. And you have 1 advantage for charging. We can add that afterwards.
I didn't apply that.
Oh, blind.
Okay.
This tomb guard's a bit crap, isn't he?
He really is. Yeah.
Wow, didn't do a lot.
A bit crap, but equally tough as boots. Gots. You're sort of stood there not doing much. Actually, did we skip Gots? We skipped Gots. Back to Gots. Back to Gots.
It's fine. So basically, I'll just be reloading. I'm happy to continue reloading, and I'll again reload on this action as well for blunderbuss.
Okay, so can you... I think if you just try and shoot your ranged blunderbuss, it'll try and load it for you. So if you just click on Ralph...
No, it says not loaded.
Ah, okay.
But if you roll the test, it tries to load it if it's not loaded.
Yeah. Try and click Ralph and just click roll. See what happens. Or does it not let you? Okay.
It just says loaded, reload him.
Okay, in that case, we go to an extended test for you. So I'm just going to have to guide you to where that is. Click on your skill tab for me. Go to the bottom of the skill tab, and it will say the word extended test. Click that. Click reloading Ralph, and this will be challenging because you're about to be charged and you're in the midst of melee. And
Yeah, I'm clicking it, and unfortunately... Oh, yep. 2, 6.
come on. That's a very good thing to reload. You have successfully reloaded it, which is very handy. It's reload 2. You have a loaded blunderbuss. That will be your action, but you have a loaded blunderbuss.
You can move.
You also have... technically, you don't gain advantage for that, but yeah, you'll all be able to move at the end of the round if needed. You can relocate if you want, though.
I'd say you might want to get out of the way because the skeleton's just going to charge you because Woolwow is likely to charge you because you're not engaged.
Yeah, let it charge into the back of me if you need to.
Yeah, or me, it's fine.
Where is Scott's going to go?
Go stand behind Reinhard so you're not in combat.
Yeah,
not
can do.
touching the Tomb Guardian. But
Okay,
yeah.
moves out of the way. Rex.
Yeah. Fine.
This
Everything's fine.
is going to charge. Technically, there is a bit of outnumbering going on now because...
I have 2 advantage, so I don't give a fuck.
Let's see how we do.
Ah, what?
Well, he doesn't give a fuck, but still. That's a +5.
That's
12
nasty.
damage. It could be worse.
Yeah, we're going to be re-rolling that.
It's only 13, he says.
It's too much. There we go, it's a bit better.
Okay, so 10 applied. And see what crit we get. Now, you will be able to burn one of your chest armor for that.
All agility based to suffer a miles penalty for 1d10 days. 2-0. What's my armor?
So that will be... Your body armor is on 3 currently.
Is it worth?
So does that mean that it
Means all athletics tests will be down to -10.
We're using agility a lot, by
You're
the way.
taking 2 wounds anyway. You only ignore the effect by burning armor. You still take 2 wounds.
A lot of running as well. So that's agility based. So yeah,
Okay. I took your chest armor down to 2 instead of 3. That is done. And the skeleton gains himself 1 advantage. Rex, this other one is going to give a cheeky swing to you. And we're going to see how he does. Doink, doink. If I click on the right one, hand weapon, he also outnumbers you. Not quite so hot. 1 to defend against, Rex.
Oh, come on, what is going on? No. Fuck you. There we go.
Better. You win. You do gain an advantage. End of the round, you lose it again. So we won't bother adding it. Skullplate, however, is not outnumbered because he has a tomb guard and such. Now, we're in a position, guys. The group behind are chasing. After this round now, they will be upon you. So after this round, you'll need to make a choice, unless you guys want to bail right now. But at that point, Rex will take 2 opportunity attacks as he leaves.
I'd like to fight this round out.
I think that's the best thing to do.
Yep,
Trying
sounds
to clear
good.
the way. The way that they're blocking seems like the best way to go for me.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 attack against Skullplate with a lowly little skeleton first.
I assume that's the one to my left.
To your left.
I've still got 3 advantage.
You do indeed, because you're not outnumbered, thanks to Reinhard. That'll do. Definitely still at 3 advantage. And now we move to the Tomb Guardian, who has been...
Where's the damage?
Well and truly skewed.
Oh wait,
he was
the other way around.
defending.
My bad. He was defending. Yeah. Don't worry.
We are going to... Reinhard. You were the one to damage him last. He's going to have a cheeky swing at you. Or not,
He's gonna drop
as the
one
case
sword on
may
his
be.
foot.
Oh, good lord.
Him off,
Okay.
took him off guard there.
Yeah, definitely. Clearly. You still
think what
have
I
to
did is I
roll,
stopped.
though. But you have your melee weapon to defend with. You could roll a crit again. I'm just saying. That'd be kind of cool if you did.
Targeted weapon roll.
Okay. No damage inflicted, but you gain an extra advantage. Rex, you have 1 above and 1 to your left.
I'm going to twat the one to my left,
Swing away.
because that is the one. Now I have to start again.
The old advantage dance.
Nice.
That is
Yeah.
nice. Okay. And I think in response that will be...
Yeah, it's gonna be a dead dude.
Very nearly.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, he has 2 hit points left. You could literally blow him over. Skull plate. How's it going?
I'm going to hit the skeleton that's there.
Okay. Swing at the skeleton. Tomb Guard's nearly dead. Go for the skeleton. The more squishy of the targets.
I want to try and do a thing.
Either way, makes sense.
Okay. Very close to taking him out. A decent chunk taken out of his right arm. The bone shudders as your axe.
Can I, if I hit him hard enough to potentially push him back so that I can stand next to Rex, or would his shield prevent that?
Either way, you won't have attacked the people attacking Rex, so you won't actually be assisting. Like, you can kind of wiggle a little bit, but technically the one to your south is engaged with you, so he will attack if you leave. So, unfortunately not. Reinhard.
I think you've just gone past
You've just skipped me again.
I don't know why. It's because I click it, and then I click it after again. I'm sorry. Gots.
Fine.
I'm sorry,
Fine.
bud. I do this to
no worries.
Tala normally. You're my new Tala.
Brilliant. Right, okay. I'm just kind of wondering if I want to go for the very top top skeleton or not, if it's worthwhile. I'm just trying to think, guys, what are we going to do? We're literally going to try and break through after this combat.
We want to try and go forwards, but that Tomb Guardian's nearly dead. Also, I would say
skeleton, I'm facing dead.
Which was the one blocking you? There was one which was blocking. If we ran, it would be an advantage. Which one was that? At the very top.
So it's me because I've got.
Yeah,
two
you're
on me.
travelling left. So basically, all of the ones to the left of Rex, Skullplate, and Reinhard are both near, or all 3 of them are nearly dead, and all 3 of them are a good idea to smack.
Yeah, okay. I'll just try and do a little cheeky stab.
Are you doing it? You're doing a melee attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Not too much of the way of planning. Let's just go. So swing away. Remember to target. Remember to. You can use a. Yeah, you draw your dagger on your way. Oh dear, we're off to daggers now. Let's go.
Average, challenge him.
Challenging. Ooh. A decent roll. Let's see how he does. It's only 7 damage, unfortunately. Okay.
Might be enough. No.
1 damage.
You took him from 4 to 3 wounds. Unfortunately, daggers suck. However, you gain an advantage, which does help. Now it's Reinhard. Reinhard, what's up?
Tomb Guard, let's go.
Tomb Guard, let's go.
Oh no.
Okay, Tomb Guard wins for a change. Are we sticking with Reinhard?
If you've got a reroll, I suggest using it because we're probably going to have to do the advantage burn to get out of it.
Let me try. Yes, I do. Worse.
Oh, God.
Okay, your melee weapon jars badly or ranged weapon malfunctions. Well, it'll be your melee weapon. Melee suffers 1 damage. Next round, you act last regardless of initiative order. We have 2 skeletons left to go. 1 against you, Rex. The one that is north of you. That does not outnumber you anymore. Oh dear.
Can he piss off? Because he's really good for some bizarre reason.
The Tomb Guardian sucks, so I think it balances. Oh, there you go. Well, that's good. So you take a little bit of damage, but you also conk him back in return, so he has no advantage. So that kind of in a roundabout way helps. The blow damages your ear, minus 20% on all tests related to hearing. Let's just convert them to blinded conditions. But he takes a couple of damage from that. A reasonable bit of damage. Rex, you've got 1 more hit coming your way. This is from the one to your left that is nearly dead.
Shame I didn't hit that one with a fucking crit. Oh, come on. Hey.
Well, okay, that is enough to kill it. Definitely. But you do still take... another few wounds to the body. That's 8 to the body in total. 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's just 2 wounds. So, right. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice to make. Rex would take 1 opportunity attack as you leave from the skeleton above you, but otherwise everyone can disengage.
Can I try and do a thing to make it easier? So instead of like attacking, I try and like sort of turn my axe to its side to try and push the skeleton and hold it, just to make things easier. I know Rex that's not helping with the guy at the top, but just for like
I have to dodge the guy at the top.
I will ask you to roll a. Just roll me a strength test for me, Skullplate, and if you're successful on a challenging strength test, we'll give Rex a small bonus to his dodge.
Strength test. I don't remember where to roll.
Effectively, Rex, you'll roll a dodge test as you try and leave.
Challenging with no modifiers.
Yes.
So I'm burning the advantage.
You're burning your advantage to leave, so. Okay, well. Rex, a dodge test for me, please.
Oof. That's better.
Okay, you're able to dodge out. We move on to the next zone. And there are 3 left within here. And we have a loaded blunderbuss. Fun times. Who's going to roll the d10?
Probably somebody other than me. Because it's not been going well.
James, you were first, 3.
I'm happy to do it as well.
Okay.
Go on then.
The 3 you are running from are following. 6 is...
Same room, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it is.
We are the one you just left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Could be in there. It's a real mystery.
Basically, so there's some skeletons heading off this way. And you were... No, actually... Oh, shit. Okay, that's a thing. Bear with.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because the 2 groups have now merged. Effectively, you have a horde that's following you. So they're all currently headed to the left, and you run in right behind them. And they sharply turn around. Where are you going to go? You're not in combat with them because they were following you, and you can hear them behind you as well. Down.
Down.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone roll me a d10, please.
Got you.
We
Go
really
ahead.
don't need a 6 right now.
Yeah, just don't roll a 6 again.
Oh, we got 9.
We've never had this one. Oh no, they've changed around, haven't they?
They have changed around.
They've reshuffled the deck.
We are now in...
We're just building up the amount of skeletons behind
We
us.
can't kill them. Like, we're just going to die from attrition. We keep fighting them.
Can you roll me a d10, please, Gots?
Yeah, sure. I really hope it's not that room.
Oh, for
9.
fuck's
Oh,
sake.
God, there's going to be 9 skeletons.
8. 9. Okay. And... Hello, players. How's it going?
Oh, it's this room.
Oh, yeah.
So actually,
piss.
the way out is down and left.
You want to leave this room? Jump to another one quickly?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Roll me another one. You now have, 20 behind you.
Okay.
29.
Shall I roll? I'll roll.
Yeah. roll a d10. Hey, that's a good one to have.
You need another?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, good lord.
I will re-roll duplicates now. Slight problem.
There's only one way in and one way out, so here come the fucking skeletons.
Yes. Now there's.
Can we leave this room before they get to us?
You can try.
We can. Yeah, we're gonna have to try. But
Otherwise, we've got to try and push
let's
them
see
in
where
so
he
we fight
puts. Let's
one
see
at a
where he
time.
puts the skeletons.
Let us make a 5-minute break while we just prepare our buttholes for trying to escape. Will be one more minute, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just experiencing some minor technical difficulties with the amount of tokens. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we have some scary, spoopy music, because the group are in a bit of a bad situation right now, guys, girls. Just guys, what's the plan?
So I've handed Gots one of my hand weapons that I'm still carrying with me in my bag, so he's got a bit of a better weapon. And I've ordered them to hide behind the pillars in the archway here. And I'm going to rush across to the side of the room. I can move myself. More over this way. And I'm going to yell at the skeletons to come and get me. And as they advance, I'm going to lead them back. So they come out the door, but try and stay out of weapons range. So as they advance, I fall back.
Okay.
Making as much noise as possible, you know.
Make an average intimidate for me, please. I mean, you'll be the only person they notice. This is just to simply see. We'll make it average, given that this is one of those moments where a Slayer's thinking to themselves, hey, might just be my birthday. Oh, hell
think
yeah.
That might have worked.
I think that might just have worked. You, my friend, have lots of skeletons. Now, this mob will represent 3 times as much as what is here. However, I don't want the game to crash again, so this is all I'm going to use to represent it, but there are 3 times this many here. Skullplate, as they start following you across the room, it is a large chamber. Where are you going?
I'm going to back up from where I am and slightly to the left, so I'm going to keep this sort of direction.
Yep. Okay.
However far is...
I'm going to wiggle you over a little bit just so I can bring them out. Okay. Group. Looks like your coast might be clear.
Can I poke my head out, make sure we are actually clear?
You can poke your head out. It seems pretty clear. Everything is moving towards the dwarf that is shouting obscenities. What are you shouting at them right now? Skullplate, helm splitter.
Just anything I can think of that's to do with bones and ribs and filthy necro dudes.
Okay.
David.
Now, what I will say is, for you to get past Skullplate, we're going to roll an initiative test, as all of these. However, I will allow you to use your fortune to guarantee you go first. You can either go first or take 4 potential hits first. And Gots, I think...
The fortune I don't have. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I want to try and help the part though, so I'm not mind the skeletons. I will blast into them.
Okay. Well, let's see what Gots does first. Gots, should we go point blank for this one?
Yeah.
So you can move behind them. They're facing the other roll. Oh, no, this is better than average. This is easy.
Guaranteed.
So you just run up behind a couple. And any catchphrase that Gots is thinking of coining right now?
Hello, asshole.
No. All I can think of is Dirty Boner. That's all I can think.
Ralph says hi.
You point both of your blunderbusses at them, and let's have an easy test. Do remember to target one, though, please. I'll apply the damage to as many as needed.
What the hell?
That's a good hit. 18. That is enough to bring... Okay. Now the question is, skull plate. Here's the good news. Every single one of those is taken down to actually 1, 2 die. Now, every single one of those skeleton skull plate is barely hanging on at this point. Ribs flying, a few of them drop their weapons, pieces of bone everywhere. It looks like you might be able to fight your way through that. Perhaps. Or you could, well, potentially burn a point and run. But how are you feeling?
When you say burn a point, what do you mean?
It would probably be a fate at this point. You've got 3 skeleton attacks to stomach, but...
I will not use the fate at the moment.
Okay.
I will try and fight my way through with the intention of actually pushing past.
Okay. So the others at this point are quickly moving off. Gots, a couple are going to turn around to face you. I will say in this room, although the situation looks like there's about 8, there's going to be more about 16 or so in reality. So we're going to go for this combat and we're going to see how you hold up. Skull plate. First one is going to come in for a charge on you. Okay. Can you defend? That is 1 advantage for you. Second one is going to go ahead and charge you with a plus 20. Can you defend? That's a yes.
Very badly.
Just about, though. Hang on. Oh, yeah, no. Skeleton did win that. 14. So I guess we're taking the damage. There's not really much else that can be done there.
It did
1 damage applied.
How did 1 damage, 14 damage, get reduced to 1?
Robust.
Robust, yeah.
Yeah, but 14 gets reduced by 1. Like, that would still end up being, like, 5. Like,
Yeah, so you take the 1, which is a 10, and then you're left with 4.
yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? Okay, where did it hit you? The left bloody arm. You have 5 mitigation there, so that's 9 hit points. There we go. I'm not letting anyone cheat my skeletons out of a potential thing. If you defend against this one, you'll actually have an advantage to disengage with. So...
which one is it? The bottom one, isn't it?
Bottom one. It is, however, rolling triple. Okay, only a plus 3. That is beatable.
You say that.
It's not.
Corruption reroll? Now might be the time.
Kind of might. I know, that's my last one.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
So close. Yeah, it's
mean-
plus 3 on plus 3, but it has the better base stat, which is why it won. Oh man, that's really close. It's only 7 damage though,
It's going to do 1.
1 damage.
so it is actually just 1. Now, skull plate. This is going to be a little bit of a hairy one for you to try and catch up. If you want to sprint out of here, you're going to take an attack from all 3 of them. Otherwise,
I don't think I can afford to do that.
I think that is looking...
9 wounds left.
Yeah, is there anything that you have? I tell you what you could do. That last hit, You could use a fate point for that, and then you'd have one advantage and you could leave.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Okay.
So
you go.
give me my one
you
wound
get your
back.
1 wound back. You successfully dodge this thanks to divine intervention. What happens to you, Skullplate, as this skeleton is running towards you and attempting to give you a mighty stab?
So the skeleton comes towards me for this stab, and I literally use its own momentum to use my axe to sort of pull it back, and that allows me to disengage from the other ones.
Okay.
And I use that to swiftly turn around and then start bolting for the door.
Okay, you quickly catch up with Gots, who's limping, holding his peachy testicle. And Gots, could you roll a testicle, please? 1d10.
Nuts.
Everything's fine, right? 5, that's a new one.
It is?
Please be the corridor we came in on.
It'll be a new one now.
It is, because the deck got shuffled.
We did reshuffle.
Oh, not fuck.
Oh, good Christ.
It's a bridge that used to be there. It's
I'd say that's not there anymore.
It's a gap. So, right. How's it going? What's the plan here, guys? Yeah, you've got...
Well, if we
Toss
get across, there's no guarantee that we won't roll another thing and we run straight back into the skeletons.
However, with the way this place is, if we just turn around and go the other way, we might
Might fly one or two.
You've got like the other 12 marching behind you right now.
We have to jump.
There's no going back unless you want to fight your way back out.
Well,
So
I
we
can't jump.
cannot go back.
So you're going to have to
Right,
use the rope
here's
to get me
the
across.
plan, okay? We're going to tie the rope to Skullplate. Reinhard, me, and Gots, we're going to have to just jump and hope we fucking live.
Hang about. Just quickly, how far away are they? Are we kind of 5-10 seconds behind us? They're quite slow.
You've probably got 10 seconds.
So
That would be
let's
the
reload.
equivalent of 2 rounds.
Let's reload Ralph. It's quite a narrow passageway. We should be able to kill quite a few of them off.
All right.
That might buy you some time.
As your
Right, okay, so you reload Ralph. Rex, you're going to make the jump. Tie the rope round me, you tie the rope round you. If you fall, I will catch you, I'll pull you back up.
I like that game.
Yeah,
we can
all
do
right.
that.
I like
It's gonna
that
be
game.
funny.
We rinse,
Okay.
we repeat. The last one is you guys hold on for dear life as I jump and just reel me in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's jumping first? Rex?
That'll be me.
Okay. Challenging athletics for me, please. And
please.
Gots, you have successfully reloaded.
Fuck.
You probably should have rolled that better.
Corruption
Yeah, I
reroll?
definitely should have rolled that better. How much have I got left? We're going to take a load of shit from this fucking place anyway.
In a word, yes.
Nah, I'll let it stand.
Okay. Skullplate, you're going to need a strength test. Reinhard, what are you up to?
Holding skull plate.
This is
Average
challenging?
strength for me, please, to get Rex back up. This is round 1. And Gots will be ready to shoot. Okay. Round
One turn
one.
comes flying up.
Yeah. Rex, you get quickly hoisted back up. That's round 1. Gots,
It's further than I thought.
we're now on round 2. Gots, you can make your shot. How close do you want to get?
I'll go easy, please.
Okay.
But again, I can't. I need someone to target.
Have
Skeleton.
a...
token. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Oh, I know what. There you go. You can shoot your Emperor.
Wonderful. Go for easy. No, easy, average.
Ooh.
That
The Emperor.
is tasty, and the critical. Let's see what that does to all of them. Okay,
What is it?
that will buy you another round.
Right, let's try
Round
this again.
2, Rex.
Rex, try again.
Challenging
Christ's
athletics.
sake. Can we get across? Yes.
Okay, round 2, Rex jumps across. Skullplate, you bring the rope back, I assume.
Yep, and it's going round Reinhard.
Okay.
Okay.
He won't be able to jump as well in round 2 because you have to wait for Rex to jump and then bring the rope back, then tie it round Reinhard. So we're now on round 3. Reinhard, I'll say. Yep.
Would I have the strength to throw him?
I think we're reaching the realms of D&D bollocks with that. So
D&D bollocks.
We're not in grim dark fantasy
run.
if we're throwing each other like harpoons. So
skeletons arrive, and is there enough chance to reload another?
You on round 3 you can reload GOTS, but you're going to have a problem in that in round 4 we're rolling initiative.
Okay.
So we did have 2 rounds. You bought yourself a third. You shot them in the second. You'll be reloading in the third.
Actually, is there anything on the other side that Rex could tie the rope off on? And anything this side we could tie the rope and then use it like hand over fist to get on the other side?
I will say there is nothing obvious.
Okay.
This is going to be a ball ache, quite literally. GOTS, are we sticking with?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to reload, didn't quite manage it, so not happening.
Okay.
I mean,
have you got any rerolls? You've got 1 fortune point left. You could take a corruption reroll. I'm just throwing out options. You don't have to.
Reroll is fine.
That is a very good thing to roll, because when we roll initiative, you might just buy yourself another round. So Reinhard is going to jump in round 3. So round 3, Reinhard, challenging athletics, please, and I will give you an opportunity for never mind. You jump across and come back.
He's an elf.
Now
Keep the rope. I'm giving the rope to GOTS.
Yep.
Okay. Skeleton. So I will say in the narrow corridor, there's only going to be 4 of them that are going to be able to reach you. So
is this still round 3?
Yeah, no, we're moving on to round 4 now. So you'll be able to technically shoot your crossbow from there as well.
Good.
I will put it as a difficult test, though.
Yeah.
16 before Blunderbuss. How many are there now?
Probably.
Wait, can GOTS fire and then take it?
Well, we're rolling initiative in this one.
But what I mean is, before he shoots, if he shoots, is that it? He can't jump then?
Ah, very good question.
Yes.
Technically, yeah, I will allow it, but I will give a very slight penalty to the jump.
That's fine, because the other 2 are holding.
Fortunately, GOTS has actually rolled first in the initiative order here. So, GOTS.
Fire away. Hopefully, again, how many are left? So we had 16 before the last shot.
A corridor full of them, as far as you can tell.
Shoot over my shoulder.
I will say you can't count.
Oh, okay. And again, I'm
not that you can't, like, literally, you're not. It's because you're dumb, but it's just because it's a corridor. It's full of them. Okay.
Right, easy plus 40.
If you'll have to go up closer to them to do that. So the problem is, I'd say average, because otherwise you're going to have to run there and run back.
I'm going to do a corruption reroll.
Okay.
It's a pass.
Oh, was it
It
a
is a
pass?
pass. It won't kill them, but it is a pass. But it.
Just leave it. Just go.
Yep, that's fine. And I'll jump across.
Okay. So.
What do you want?
I will say -10.
On athletics.
Yeah. I will give Rex a chance to try and catch you as well, if things go really badly.
He doesn't need
or
help.
You could pass.
Sweet.
So
his testicle
even with
has come in line.
your dicky bollock, which technically, guess what, made the target 25.
Oh yeah, of course it
because
did.
of the -10. So congratulations on a nail-bitingly close fall, and you would have had 2 peachy bollocks and peachy everything.
Can I, since he made it to me without my help,
let's
sort of
stick you on the initiative order. You will be able to do a thing in a second, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless it's just fluff stuff you're throwing in.
Unfortunately, it was going to be a like dex test to strip the rope off of him quick and then throw it back over the skull plate quick.
Unfortunately, it will be on initiative, unless you've got a fortune to manipulate the initiative order.
Nope.
1 skeleton. This could be a deciding moment. Hand weapon.
I'll roll like shit. Of course not.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh, this is going to be fun.
You've got a +5 to beat.
Come on, roll a 1.
I mean, it deals 1 damage, but
Fine.
okay. Skull plate. You're up. You can disengage for all this for free, but you'll take a hit from behind, and then you can try and make the jump. Or you can. You
hang
can
on.
maybe
Has
try
he
and.
got rope?
No, hang on, who's got the rope? Where are we?
You've all
We were holding the rope.
We were holding the rope, so
Reinhardt
Gots has
and
currently
Rex.
got it on.
So the rope's our side.
So the
if
rope's
he
not-
jumps,
fuck,
he's
if
jumping
he jumps
without
and
a rope.
Yeah, he's jumping with no safety net.
Yes,
Yeah.
in a word.
If he fucks it, he dies.
Yeah, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die with my axe in my
Well,
hand.
can I try and
Run,
get ready and try and...
go.
Okay. So you're running skull plate. You're doing the jump, yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
If I'm going to die, I'm going to die with my axe in my hand and an enemy in front of me, not behind me.
And again, can I just try and... okay, I've got a whip. Can I try and potentially whip him across if he does look to fall?
Because you've already used your action and movement, I'm afraid that would be too much.
Too meta.
It would be too meta. Skullplate,
Wounds
you
to
are
the-
fighting.
Wounds to the fore. What was that last? What was that
Okay,
last round?
What was that last round?
That's a decent roll.
That was a shit roll. Yay!
That is a decent hit, and thanks to the blunderbuss assisting, the first one goes down. Do you want a death blow with that?
Yes, please.
Okay. You cleave in. On to number 2.
One advantage.
Yes.
Leave through them all.
I am Skullplate, hear me roar.
It's a pretty good roll, but you did achieve 17 damage. That is 2 dead. That is another advantage.
One more death blow.
One more death blow. Keep going. You can do up to 5, given your 50 weapon skill.
Jesus Christ.
Another defense.
I'm just going to turn to Gots and Ryan. I'll be like, well, should we just
16
leave him? I mean,
damage.
it's DCM fun.
Okay. This one, skull plate, as you strike into it, it falls to its knees and its head just looks back up at you before it takes its spear and stabs you in response, or tries to. Do you want to battle out what's likely Skullplate's last few moments?
He ain't dead yet.
He ain't dead yet. I will say only a few of these. I'll put the front same as before. I will give you a chance here. Only the front 4. Reinhard, I'm afraid with the crossbow, buddy. You can make me a difficult shot if you want, but it will be difficult.
Technically, it was my
Back of
turn,
the
but sure.
head.
Oh yeah, sure. What's Rex up to? Sorry, bud.
So Rex is going to strip the rope off of Gots and throw it back over the skull plate, so it's on like over there.
Try and throw
so at
it.
the end. Like,
How about
holding on to one
how
end.
about you get ready to throw it because you
Yeah,
throw
sure.
it so when he runs, it's just otherwise it's going to land on the other side and then flop off the edge again.
You you never know.
I'm just saying, unless you've got like a lead ball to put on the end. I'm just
I've got a
thinking
bottle.
someone somewhere is thinking physics.
Yeah, I've got a
No,
bottle.
I've got it. I can attach the rope to the end of the bolt, shoot the bolt, and hopefully it hits one of the enemy.
So we get to drag a skeleton with it.
Or no, just the fact that it will stay on the other side.
Right, so we've got these 4 skeletons going first.
Oh,
What
right.
about
But
mine
I
going?
didn't roll their initiative
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah, I asked you for a
I
difficult
see.
range test.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So can I attach the rope to the end of the? Would that even work?
Tie the rope to a bottle.
to the bolt. It would be an action.
I mean, to do that and throw it would be your turn, but you could probably have a go.
Well,
Challenging dex test, and I mean, what are you doing here? I'm not following.
I'm thinking what I'm doing, because the bolt pokes out of the front of the crossbow. You sort of like almost shoot through the rope, or you attach the rope onto the.
Right. Okay. So you put the bottle on the end of the bolt, and then tie the rope to the bottle. I thought you were tying a bottle to it, Rex. I'm confused.
No, he's going to do something else.
Okay.
No. So I'm thinking about trying to shoot one of the enemies.
Okay.
Whilst attaching the rope to it, so then the rope doesn't flop down.
Okay, Rex, do you want to make a dex roll to quickly tie it successfully around a bolt?
Not tie it, because I don't think that would work. It would literally be shove it onto the end of the pointy end, because that's the only part that's going to be hanging off.
Let's see if I can make it work.
You're going to have to do a dex test to make it work.
And no is the answer.
Okay, so you can still take the shot.
I've taken the rope off of Gots, and I'm ready to throw it. And I was just like looking around.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
This ain't going to go on.
No, okay, all right. I'm just going to target something and shoot then.
I'll say that you try, and the bolt goes clean through the rope.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Off you go.
The bolt goes.
I was just saying it's too fiddly to do in that space of time. So Reinhard, make your. It'll be difficult because you're shooting into a corridor with a dwarf.
Yeah, I've got a modifier of 20. Is that right?
No, just difficult.
Take that out. Yeah.
Okay, a very narrow miss, but at least you didn't hit skull plate. Now we have 4 skeletons to attack skull plate. We have skeleton number 1. How you feeling, skull plate?
Today is
With rolls.
Which one's attacking me? The one directly to my right?
The one above you. I'm dancing him. If you can catch him, you can kill him.
Yeah. I've still got my two advantage. Yes, I have.
Yep. Okay, I'll let you change yourself. I'll change you to 3 advantage. Then the one to his right is going to attack you with a +20. We're testing RNG here. Okay, right. 2 more hits to take. That is a definite defense. You're still on 3 advantage. We have 1 more here. 1 more roll. That is going to be +5 to beat, but you've got +30, so it's doable.
That's the third guy from the left, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, you're that guy.
Yeah.
I'll step them away to make it easier. And you've got 1 more to stomach. You just about did it. You just about did it. So, okay. And you've got 1 more to take. Now, if you successfully beat this guy, then you just might be able to use your advantage to leave and then jump.
Okay. Did you apply the crit damage and stuff?
Not just yet. I'll do it in a second because I'm more interested in seeing
no problem
how this person does against you.
All right, let's go.
99. Come on. Ooh, that's kind of shit. Oh no.
And that is. It's the frickin' thingy is not working. That will be you down to not too many wounds. I won't do all the maths right now, but right, skull plate. Everyone else will have their turn too, but you are hanging in right now. You could.
I've also just lost all of my advantage, so I can't disengage.
You have. What are you going to do? You don't have a lot of options here. You've got to resolve, so if you get down, you can get back up again. They're never going to keep you down, hey. But you've got everyone behind that's willing to try, but it depends. What's Skullplate thinking right now? Is he going to try and go for the escape, or is he going to cleave into the 4 of them that he's engaged with?
I'm just going to take 4 hits anyway, aren't I? If I try and disengage, it's 4 hits regardless. with a potential fail.
Yeah,
roll to disengage.
unfortunately so. You can roll a dodge to disengage, but then you can't run at the same time.
But if we throw him the rope,
Can I roll a dodge to disengage?
Yep.
Can I throw my axe over to the other side to the guys and use my action then to draw my hammer from my back?
I'll allow it.
Because Skullplate is not getting out of this.
Then can I try and, again, it's been about 10 minutes of epic combat. Can I try and whip him and entangle him and try and...
You can.
Cool, thank you.
can I also do like a get one of my bottles, set it on fire with the torch on the side, and just chuck it over the other side?
Sure, I'm breaking the initiative order for this bit. So, Gots, can you roll me a... Now, this is like long-range whipping going on here. So, I'm going to go for... What is the range on this? 20 yards. So... Okay, well, you're aiming for a leg. It'll be challenging. I'll say it's average range, but it's going to be minus 20 because you're trying to hit him on the leg, and it's not like he's going to try and help you with this. Oh, Jesus.
Can we all just grab it and pull?
How does the Skullplate feel about this?
I have no choice. I've done it without asking me.
Yeah, no, I didn't care what you want to do about it. How do you feel about this?
I'm pretty livid. You're taking me away from my doom.
You're being swiped away from these stabby skeletons.
Rex is just gonna be like, oi, fuckwit, this ain't your doom, these are fucking piss take.
Okay. There is a slight complication here, but we'll cover that in a second.
Gonna slam it in the fucking rock face, isn't they?
Well, yes. Reinhard, what were you up to? And Rex, what were you up to? As a reminder again?
Once, well, there's two options. If I try to help pull with the whip after I see that it's latched on, can I do that?
Yes, because Gots will need it.
I'm going to help pull.
And Reinhard?
I have the rope. I am going to throw the rope and say grab on. Grab on, Skull.
I'm assuming the fact that they've just whipped round my leg means I've fallen over in front of these things.
Probably. I will say, though, that you disengaged. Well, first you have to roll the sodding dodge test.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
you do.
so I was waiting for that.
So, let's return to that for a second here, because they might be dragging a corpse, but we'll find out in a second. Dodge test, please, Skullplate.
Challenging? More?
Challenging. Challenging? Yeah, challenging.
Natural.
Oh, no. Okay, so here's where there is good news. You might make it out of this alive. Bad news is that all of them are effectively going to hit you, and you're going to take 4 crits, and now it's really just a case of finding out what they are to see when they drag your corpse out of this, what shape that corpse is in. It might be alive, you might be salvageable, they may be able to rebuild you, but effectively, because you rolled -6, I'm just going to make the test quicker and roll +60, because it would have been an opposed test for each of them, plus the outnumbering, but it'll be capped at +60. Right. Yeah, so that's That's technically... Well, yeah, okay, so that's...
98 is natural miss.
Yeah, I know. That's well piss. Okay, well we're off to a good start.
So did he try to stab where Skullplate was standing?
Yeah. You just drag his head out of the way. Okay.
That's not a miss.
That's not a miss.
Where is that one? That one.
14 damage in the head. Okay, now I'm going to have to click this several times because... Oh, Jesus. Right, I'm just going to have to do it this way because it's not working. There we go. Right, first critical.
Cancelled.
Cancelled. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You've been cancelled. Can't cancel the Slayer.
Roll 15. Okay, do we get any of these? Major ear wounds. There we go. Oh, no, I tell you why.
Head.
I tell you why this is. It's cancelled because it's -20, the critical. So what happens is you roll a D100 -20 for this from the result. But basically, I think what that means is because you've got 0 wounds, you re-roll the ones that are 20 or below. So you lose an ear, and you gain your bleeding condition. Okay. We've got one more hit against you. Is that actually just... Okay. Let's see what happens. Tis but a scratch. Another bleeding condition. And then we're going to drag you off of the edge.
Yeah.
Here comes the test.
Is he conscient? Is he conscious?
No, because I was getting ready to fight. Somebody put a whip round me, slammed my head into the floor by pulling on it, and then I got stabbed multiple times. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, it would have been fine if you passed your dodge.
I was going to say, nothing to do with me passing the dodge.
I have a feeling that axe is still there as well now.
What? He
Just
dropped it?
on the ledge. Well, because when you dodged out, I mean, I guess we could
I
say
don't
that
think
you...
he'd drop that at all. He'd be clinging to that for fucking ever.
Well, he was going to throw it over the edge before all this shit went down.
Yeah.
Well, but that was provided I survived the dodge. I was just
Yeah, you're not unconscious, Skullplate. You're technically just prone. So, I tell you what, if you use your resolve,
Yep.
you can pick it back up again as you fall off the edge. And you will, like, loop your hand around it. So that, like, you know when you put your hand through a carrier bag and you grab it around the handle, you can't drop it. It's like when you hold onto a, one of those little camera latches. You've got it.
That's my last resolve gone.
So that's good, because you get 1 hit point. Bad news is, as you were dragged off the edge, and you fall about 8 yards...
I did ask if he could, shout him to grab onto the rope. Does he have a spare hand to grab the rope?
I think he's probably concentrating on living at this
As
point.
he's down there dangling, maybe. The downside is because basically he got knocked out onto the floor.
Yeah.
You've thrown the rope, so as far as I can tell, the rope is dangling over the edge right now, alongside where he is now, so he could try and grab it. So you've not just got a whip to pull him up with.
Yeah.
This is, however, this fall is there's no way I can work around it. You're going to take one damage from this, because it's a decent fall and a clonk onto the rock. So it's just a case of seeing what it is. Hit location first, left arm, and just a jarred arm.
Can I burn my tattoo?
Yeah. Well, we don't burn arms for this technically, but you're right-handed, so you'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
But it will be bloody lucky. When you're on 0 wounds, we can't burn anymore. But that does technically knock you out. Now, everyone else is going to be dragging you up. Unfortunately, you've got a, quote, prone condition, so you can't grab the rope.
Nope.
So this is now a question
With
of...
his jarred arm in one hand, an axe in the other. No rope.
Yeah, okay.
So these things opposite, are they going to try and jump? Or are they just going to walk off the edge?
Well, the question is, how long does a spear reach?
Not that far.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't reach beyond 5 yards. It's
I don't call bullshit often, but fuck off. If it was a pike, sure.
Maybe a halberd?
No,
We haven't thought about a pike carry at the very back.
Bear with me.
Oh god, there's a fucking pikeman, isn't there? Or there's going to be a ghoul or something to try and jump on him. Make our lives harder.
Okay, so I'm going to ask for... oh shit, we're going to actually roll initiative for this bit.
God.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the order, Skullplate, purely because we need to establish something. And we need to roll for all. And for players.
Are you serious? Oh my god, how the fuck skeletons beat us?
Wow.
Okay.
Bollocks.
So, the good news is they're not very good at this.
But he is.
Oh, javelin.
That was not
Yeah,
against. That's against
throwing spears.
25. Yeah, they're throwing it into skull plate.
Dicks. Come on.
2 more.
Oh, fuck.
Has anyone got fortune?
Nope.
Doesn't really matter, actually. This is just all gone hairy, hasn't it?
We haven't even got out yet.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to have to use the same guy several times. The good news... Oh my god, no ammo. Okay, I've just equipped them with 8 javelins. We've got two more to be thrown. I mean, it's not a great hit chance, but...
But you're pulling off bollocks, so yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Let's go. The fuck was that?
Rubbish, apparently. Modifier is not 20, it is 0. Okay.
Smarty be counting his advantage. Oh, fuck off already.
Damaged artery. Oh no.
he's-
4 bleeding.
He's incredibly fucked, I'm going to put it now, because we can't stop that. Even if we had a fucking year, we wouldn't be able to stop that much bleeding.
There's an 80% chance he dies currently.
Great.
I bet this is not how many Slayers envisage their doom. But,
Don't know, he's taking a hell of a pounding. Finally, a miss.
hey, there we go. Now, skull plate. Well, we'll take Rex's strength test for me, please.
Why did it have to be a strength test? Oh my god.
I'll say with
Let's
you,
make
and
some
we'll make it
balls.
average. So with you and
Oh,
Gots, that will
that
be
would've
all right.
passed
So
then.
yeah, you guys will pull him up, but skull plate, we're gonna need 1d10, please. On a 1 and 2, you live.
Oh shit.
Work.
Here we go, boys.
No.
That is the last of Skullplate's blood, unfortunately, as none of you are medically trained, but he has holes all over him, and there are javelins being thrown at you.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, buddy. I pick up the axe.
Grab his axe. Yeah, grab his
Yeah,
axe.
I've got the axe. Let's go. We gotta go.
Don't fancy carrying a heavy dwarf?
No.
Fair.
Not with 6 hit points left. No.
Chuck him down the ditch. That's like being buried, right?
Actually, no. Gotts has got his got him tied up, got him whipped, so he could drag him
Oof.
with a strained volley.
I think he suffered enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'll do is, I guess I'll just pour some booze on him.
Fair
Pour
enough.
one out for him. And
Fair enough. 8 bleeding conditions,
should
Jesus.
should I maybe set him on fire just as like a burning man? Like, is that
I mean,
a thing?
it's not. It's probably better than being dead.
Being left just there to decay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll pour some booze on him and set him on fire, and then we run.
Okay. As you're running away,
say a quick prayer for him.
you can hear more and more javelins being tossed in your general direction as you quickly leave.
And I turn around and I say, "Would you fuck off already?"
Let's have a D10, Gots. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Three. Seeing as you are due a little bit of luck, I think it is only poetic that
Oh, he's alive.
Fortunately, no portcullis.
Oh, that was lucky. Oh wait,
Randomness sometimes works in your favour, as you are now sprinting up a flight of stairs.
We need to collapse this fucking entrance. The portcullis. If we pull the chain, will it pull it down?
You haven't seen a portcullis.
No,
Well,
we
we-
haven't.
Oh,
I would say I'd say we just run. I don't
just
think
keep
it's
running.
You see daylight up ahead.
stairs to get out.
The hand and voice of God say, "Hurry up and get the fuck out of there." As you
I'm running.
run,
Let's run. We run.
run, 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 run.
Skullplate sacrificed himself so we could get out. As long as we've got the book
Can we be on like the crypt end, like the outside?
and the
I
axe.
am just.
Just... Fuck! Just go and punch a rock.
Sometimes a silence is necessary. But the party survived. Against the odds. In a particularly treacherous situation. So I would say job well done. All things considered. Gots, you can
Boys.
feel a freezing cold, icy book within your backpack still.
Lovely.
Boys,
Well, I'm not getting out now. Let's gonna get the fuck away from this place.
boys, before we go, fucking the skull plate, and I'll hand out a bowl.
Yeah. Just
Pass
go
it around.
Take a swig.
Now let's get the fuck out of here. Is there anything we can use to like block the door or anything? Or is what's the door like? Is it stone?
Good news. It is crumbling.
Good.
That thunderous echo that was reverberating through the entirety of your sprint continues to reach a crescendo, and you can hear the mountain shifting in front of you. Small pebbles start to make their way down and collapse, and you see the archway gradually develop a few cracks in it. The ground beneath your feet, though, also somewhat unsteady.
Right, leaving.
Running.
Giving it legs.
Good idea. Now there's one roll we need to do before we sign off. I really like that death. That was hey, that was an interesting death at least.
Or he wasn't the death he was thinking of.
We'll tell it differently to everybody
Yeah.
We'll
else.
tell that one differently.
That
I'm
he
afraid-
held his own on the other side.
Absolutely. Well, he did till you pulled him over.
Yeah, but we'll tell it that he died on the other side. But he threw his axe.
I'm going to need all survivors to click that resist button, please. And this is a call, because you've just seen some shit. You've watched your friend die.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, Rex has just had enough. You are just about okay there, Reinhard. And how's Gott's feeling right now?
He seemed better. He's
He'll
had
be a
better
fish
day.
frog in no time. Well, you're only on 6 out of 9. It could be worse. Just from one session.
Yeah, I know, right? And you wonder why I didn't burn any more.
Oh boy. Well, apologies for running over, players and audience, but it was necessary to, well, say goodbye to a Slayer, I think, and give him a decent send-off. On that note, let's move over to Skullplate before we do the... And let's go to a shift in tone, I think. How you doing, Skullplate?
I am happy.
Happy but
My
livid?
My oath was fulfilled. Not
There
particularly
you
happy
go.
about being around the leg and pulled out of combat to my doom, But a doom, nonetheless.
You got to admit, though, not many slayers can say that they were effectively such a pincushion. That was
So, the life of Skullplate Helmsplitter. He's killed trolls. He's killed troll, giant, demon. He's killed that giant terrorgeist thing.
call it a dragon. It was
Basically
like a
dragon.
bat the size of a dragon, right? Basically a dragon.
Yeah. So I mean, he's fulfilled his Slayer's oath, trying to find the
Yeah.
worst enemies that he could find, and finally, then he faced a horde of undead skellybobs.
Literally a horde. Must have been like 30 of them.
Yeah.
A decent way to go. A decent way to go. Well, on that note, let's have you roll the first of the Endeavour table, Skullplate, to celebrate.
So the dead player rolls his endeavours. Right, let's go. Scroll all the way down till we find the roll button, and my parting shot is...
Historically, one of the local villages has been ruled over by... Okay, so basically there has been a political scuffle, and one of the nobles has kind of shifted and taken over a bit of another one's territory during all of this. You'll find that out when you go back to Tarm. Rex. Let's have that roll.
Come on, witch hunters. Oh.
A small band of Imperial dwarfs come to town looking for employment.
Looking for some employment.
Some employment. Okay.
Nice.
I'll let you guys kind of vote afterwards as to what industry you want those dwarfs to be part of, but they will be new recruits for it. Gots, glorious weather and beautiful conditions inspire you and give you cheer. And add a new short-term ambition. We'll chat about that afterwards because we don't really use them. But I will say, having had Skullplate just die while walking down from this mountain Gots, for the first time in weeks, you see a ray of sunlight. Perhaps a divine sign.
Yes, it's like he's looking over us.
Or shouting curses at you.
Yeah, it's more likely the latter.
Same thing. Reinhard? A reputable trader passes through the town with a caravan full of leather armour. Well, okay, you might have some better equipped soldiers back in town. Now, the one or couple of rolls we could do while we're here, Skullplate, how do you feel about rolling just the quick random career
Sure.
as a teaser? Type /CHAR for me. Click on that roll button and don't you dare roll an elf. Oh, thank God.
a human.
And let's just click the career button. A trader. Do you want to click it again and choose best of 3?
Sure. I don't lose the experience or anything, though.
You lose 25.
Then no. I shall stick with whatever.
You will
the game
be
has given me.
a trader.
Fair enough.
And so, ladies and
They were
gentlemen,
coming through the town, so
we
that
have
works.
a very average trader, I have to say. Not particularly strong, but a trader nonetheless. Traders make reasonable fighters, though. Okay, wonderful. Ladies and gents, perhaps you could have arrived with the dwarf caravan. But we'll be welcoming in a new character soon enough. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping on by. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it was a bit longer, but we needed a big thing. Hopefully you guys know your canon as well. That was Van Hel, who came up with Van Hel's Dance Macabre, the necromancer who wrote the Liber Mortis, who was assassinated and well buried here for to stop him rising again. The good news is he's not rising. He's lost his head. And he doesn't have the book anymore, which is going to be a problem for him. And yeah, the book are running along with the Liber Mortis, which can only be a bad thing. So good luck to them. And we'll see you all on Friday. Toodle pip.